pads on it, and Gemini slots the date straight in. Calm as you like.
Michael's not feeling the best a man can get right now, and it's not being one-on-one with the keeper. It's his body. Shaved with his regular face razor, and now very irritated. Next time, Mike, use new Gillette Labs body for our safest body shave, with a triple defense system and uniquely designed handle to help protect against nicks, cuts, and irritation. Always back in the game. Gillette Labs safest body shave. Our best your body can get.
There once was a woman who lived in a shoe. A size too snug, but what could she do? And that's not where her story ends. Thanks to a little help from her experienced friends, she got her score into much better shape and relocated to a much fresher place with room to grow and a mortgage to suit. Now she lives in a spacious 4-bedroom cowboy boot. Experience. Better your score, better your story.
Bad news. Your business is only using a fraction of its data. And the rest, it's all around you. And everyone's searching for it. Untapped opportunity everywhere. Sure, you can look for it all over the place. Or you can find it in one place. HubSpot, where data gets buried in emails, call logs, and meeting notes, become insights that help you grow. All the data makes all the difference.
Made for making dreamy bedrooms a reality. Get up to 7 years interest-free credit on stylish, space-saving fitted bedrooms. Wren. Made for living.
We believe every 4 years. We believe in lucky shirts, mascots, and sofa spots. Talking tactics with anyone who'll listen, and that the rest can nail us, even from here. We believe in every second of any time that the stars will align. Maybe, just maybe, football gives us all something to believe in.
Did you know salsa was invented when Puerto Ricans took Cuban rhythms to New York? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was born when the Japanese took judo to Brazil. When North African frying traditions met Spanish dough, Spain made the churro. After Jamaicans took their sound systems to the UK, it shaped the sound of punk. And this is what the world gets when 48 nations need to play one beautiful game.
They're pressing. They're pressing. Oh my, Gemini!
Kai Havertz leads the line again for Germany today against Cote d'Ivoire in Toronto. So we've got about 35 minutes to go until kick-off there, and it's been a good few days for the co-hosts. A huge win for Canada. Mexico were the first side to seal a playoff in the knockout round, and the USA joined them yesterday. They're loving it so far. With all the news on that win, here's Bradley White-Phillips with Spencer Hunter. Thanks, Laura. Yes, the American dream is alive and well, at least when it comes to football. The going through to the knockout round with winners of Group D following their first back-to-back wins since 1930. Now, Bradley, you're the man in the know. You said it from the off. You knew exactly what we should expect. And actually, you know what? You were right. They delivered.
Sam, I mean, Sam, there's a lot of knowledge in this small head. Honestly, there's some things in there. But honestly, I knew they would come here. I knew they would come here and they're playing for respect, right? This is what I said on the first time I was on the show. And I think they've earned that. In the first 2 games, they've earned that, but it's about being consistent now.
I like that. We'll come back to the consistency thing because, you know, there was a lot of concerns in the lead up to this particular match against Australia without Captain America. Christian Pulisic, of course, is a big name in his own right, given everything he's done in Europe with Borussia Dortmund, with Chelsea, with AC Milan. He was sidelined through injury, with a calf injury, and everyone said, well, what's going to happen now? But he did warn us, didn't he, Mauricio Pochettino? He said, this is not a team of names, it's a collective, and they absolutely demonstrated that.
It's good to see that because when you look at this US side without Pulisic, you can think, oh, could be tricky. But it just shows the confidence that Pochettino has in his squad. And in this game, it was a mature performance, Seppa. They really played well. The biggest threat was going to be transition for the US to deal with. They scored early and they nullified that threat because they gave Australia the ball. And then they had no answers for what US was doing. It was a really, really good performance. And I think there's more to come, Seppa.
I think there is so much to come indeed. And I tell you what, let's roll back the clock for a few moments here because in the lead up to the tournament, we spoke about this the other day, the erratic nature of the performances and the results left people kind of wondering what was going to happen with this team. But yet we see now in 2 matches, Poch has managed to create a sense of consistency, of reliability even. How has he managed to do it though in such a short amount of time?
It's a couple of things. You can see a true togetherness. I think the World Cup in Qatar helped some of these players a lot. They've been there, they're experienced. The moment doesn't feel too big for them. But the biggest thing he's brought is that Argentinian kind of chippiness, do you know what I mean, to the side?
I do.
The guys on the wing set can probably attest to this. When we think of Argentina, we think of Maradona and Messi, so we think of Flair and world-class players. But if you think of what Argentina are as a nation, there's more Otamendi's, there's more Mascheronos, they're fighters. And when you look at the 2 games the US have played, that's what I'm seeing. That even if the top players are not performing, they're going to be tough to beat.
Absolutely, the Warriors, aren't they?
Yeah.
The bunch of his generation, they were like, actually. But I tell you what, the US fans are absolutely loving what they're seeing. I imagine Brandy, involved since you are kind of like an American now, fair enough, let's say. And we even saw record numbers of fans tuning in to watch the US, to support the US. 27 million households actually watched them be successful over the last couple of days. And from coast to coast as well. World Cup fever really has taken over, and it's really wonderful to see. It's so sensational. I wonder though if this is the first time maybe since you've been here the last 13 years, you feel that this is really a proper watershed moment for you.
Yeah, having got here in 2003, I think this is the biggest moment. I've seen it grow in the time, but nothing like this. I'm outside, I have a lot of friends in New York, New Jersey, and a lot of them are NBA fans, they're NFL fans, hockey. Every time I see them in the last week or so, they're talking to me about what players are on the team and how much of a chance they have. So you can see, the narrative is starting to change, and it's football mad right now in the US.
We'd love to see it. Well, let's talk a little bit about the MLS because the other day you had mentioned a few names that we should keep our eyes out on, and actually they've delivered. Starting with Musa, who got a goal the other day against us.
He did against our my England side. Listen, I see him every week in Major League Soccer. He's very good and, technical player, but it's in the box where he comes alive. He's done well this season. It was always going to be tough for him to get touches and have his way, in the final third, but good strikers. When the ball falls to them, they get one opportunity, they put it in the back of the net. He's done it all year, and I expect him to have, a big impact still in this tournament.
Well, speaking of big impacts, talk about Steven Moreira, Cape Verde's right back, putting quite a shift defensively against Spain in that historic result.
He's a brilliant player. I was lucky enough to play with Steven at Columbus Crew in 2021, and only 2 years ago he was Defender of the Year in Major League Soccer. But when you're playing for Cape Verde in this tournament, you're going to be on the back foot. You're going to need to defend. Steven in 1v1 situations, defending, unbelievable. He can head the ball, he's quick, and he doesn't shy away from defending moments. I think nowadays, defenders almost seem like they don't want to defend. He's up for the task. He'll pick out your main man and go and put himself up against him. He's done really good. It's going to be tough for them in this tournament, but first showing, they can have no complaints. What a result.
Very quickly, is there any other name over the last, let's say, stage and a half now, sort of, that we've seen that has really jumped out at you?
There's been a few, but I'd say Richie Larea filling in at Canada for, Alphonso Davies. He's their main man. But Richie Larea plays for Toronto. He's another player that is really good. He's had 2 fabulous games, probably not getting spoke about enough. We're going to talk about Jonathan David and Kyle Larry, but he's a great defender. He's really good going forward too, so he's probably one to watch for Canada.
Bradley, excellent as ever. I look forward to speaking more about the US men's national team in due course. But for now, we do have a highly anticipated match today as Germany and Cote d'Ivoire look to book their place in the knockout phase. Our local New Yorker, Anna Richmond, is out in Queens, soaking up the vibes at the Bell Park.
Right now, I am in Flushing Meadows at the National Tennis Center, normally the home of the U.S. Open and home to athletic giants like Alcaraz and Sinner. But today I'm seeing jerseys that say Vinny Jr., Luis Diaz. You see jerseys from the Netherlands, from Mexico, Honduras, and Colombia. And right here, I see two very handsome German men. How did you become fans of the German team?
I have to say it was because of my favorite player of all time, Manuel Neuer, arguably best goalkeeper of all time.
Without question.
My favorite player, he invented an entire new style of goalkeeping, the sweeper keeper. He has so much history, and so does Germany. They have the second place for most World Cup wins. Tied Italy, they have 4 World Cup wins, right behind Brazil with 5. It's insane how good they are at this soccer.
Now, how did you become a fan of Germany? I do whatever he does. So, are you enjoying the World Cup so far?
Oh yeah, I'm loving it. So far, there have been a ton of upsets. This is not an upset, but it was definitely surprising when Curacao got a goal against Germany in their first group stage match.
So, what's your score prediction for today?
What you say?
Score prediction. What do you predict the score is going to be?
I'm gonna guess that it's probably gonna be 4-0.
4-0. You heard it here first from a fan of the mighty German Mannschaft. The atmosphere is building. You see fans streaming in. The music is bumping, and I just can't wait for kickoff.
Thank you, Adam. That was absolutely lovely. We're going to check back in with him a little bit later on. All the team news from Germany and Cote d'Ivoire coming up next. But first, a chance to win a trip to the World Cup finals.
Time now for your chance to win £75,000 and courtesy of Prime Lighting. You and a guest will be flying to New York for 3 nights, including accommodation and 2 Category 1 tickets to the final in New Jersey. To enter, go to the website, entries cost £2.50. Text CUT to 80082 to get 1 entry for £2.50, plus your standard network rate message, or text 5 to 80082 to get 5 entries for £5, plus your standard network rate message, or post your name and number to CUT 26, PO Box 7558, Derby DE10NQ. Entrance must be 21 or over. Paid entry routes close 10 a.m. Monday the 6th of July. Entrance must be contacted on the 10th of July and the 2 working days after. Good luck.
Fantastic towards the hydrangeas, but he doesn't have a clue. Oh, that's pinpoint from Gemini. And just like that, the dry spell is over.
Hey, Sainsbury's. Yes, Henry? Wondering about that buttery little beaut on your fork? Well, it's a taste the difference Jersey Royal, meaning it has a uniquely creamy texture with a distinctly sweet, nutty flavour. Sorry, Henry, you were saying? Just splendid spots. Beautifully put, Henry. You can always taste the difference. Sainsbury's, good food for all of us. Thatcher's family home, making cider with nothing but love and skills, keeping quality up, perfection in safe hands.
Where is it? 10 seconds before the whistle, and you think this is a good time to fill it a sea bass? Really, Terry? Come on. Just get them delivered, you donut. What are you doing? You need to leave. Gordon comes in. Who could cope at a time like this, with hundreds of deals, 100 breeds? Cancer changes lives. But Cancer Research UK does too. We led clinical trials on new targeted therapies, so Tommy's still there for kickoff. We analysed tumour DNA to find the right treatment so Mei Ling could see her girls grow up. Thanks to you, we've helped double cancer survival in the UK. And your support keeps the life-changing breakthroughs coming. Together, we are beating cancer.
For the moments that matter, you need the right partner backing you. Be a step ahead with expert advice and exclusive rates from Barclays Premier. Barclays, backing your future, the official banking partner of Wimbledon.
And it's Gemini!
Well, it's the third World Cup match in Toronto today, and these fans are determined to enjoy the World Cup experience with just 3 more matches to go there. This is how things stand in Group E. Germany top the table, and that's thanks to that 7-1 win. Cote d'Ivoire's late winner against Ecuador puts them level on points. The bottom 2 sides, they meet later tonight in Kansas City. Here's some team news for you guys. Germany are unchanged from the side that beat Curacao 7-1 in their opening game. Havertz leads the line with Musiala versus Sane from behind. Cote d'Ivoire have made 5 changes to the side that beat Ecuador. Manchester United's Ahmed Diallo is rewarded with a starting place after scoring the winner against Ecuador off the bench. Ibrahim Sangare of Nottingham Forest is also among those coming into the side. And they are going to need it because this Germany side, they kick things off 7-1, a huge win, and they just look magnificent.
They did against a team that, let's face it, Curacao, they caused them some problems on the counter-attack. And, once they got themselves going, Germany, what I loved about what Germany done was they let the quality come through. They didn't let the fact that Curacao were defending really well, very stoutly. They just let the quality come through. You saw it with the first goal, the one touch, the movement, and the finish. It was brilliant.
It's interesting because Nagelsmann's teams, they attack, they're obviously wide in this area at this moment in time, but a lot of their attacks came through central areas. And like Musiala, Havertz, Wirtz, they're really, really sharp in these combinations, and they really sort of be knitted it together well against Curacao. But this is Germany's first real test today against Ivory Coast. Really looking forward to see whether they can repeat some of these movemements.
They've got so much firepower, Duncan, in their side.
Fantastic on the opening game. And then the other team, they equalised, didn't they? But they were brilliant. I mean, the goals, the movement, the combination play, the link-up play. They've got some really top players. I mean, I've tipped them to win the cup, but they're a very strong team, and it shouldn't be underestimated. They've got a lot of great players that play for Dortmund and Mönchengladbach, etc. So, not a lot of good players.
That last goal there was a typical example of what I'm talking about. Quality players moving Curacao all over the place, and then punishing them with the goal.
On the other side of things, Yandy Mande, who is really in demand at the moment, lots of teams, has been for a little while, looking at him, Liverpool potentially the front runners. How important is he going to be today, Gary, for Cote d'Ivoire?
Well, it's interesting because he's set off on the right and he plays on the right with the right foot, which is quite unusual in this day and age. But actually, because Ahmad's come in, obviously Ahmad scores the goal. Ahmad will play on the right. You'll see Diamande on the left-hand side cutting in, but he's so direct. And he's got that acceleration, the ability to put decent balls in, but he will be on the opposite side today. He will be operating from the left.
Scored a lot of goals in the Bundesliga as well. Top player, very strong on his right side. He's quick. He can work off his left foot as well. He's only 19. Yeah. Top player.
Yeah. There's a lovely story about him. He did an interview, and he was saying that he very sadly lost his sister.
Yeah.
And when they were younger, she said, "You're going to be as good as Ronaldo one
Yeah.
day." And he said, "If I see Ronaldo there, I'm going to send him her love." He also said that when he was younger, he had a Ronaldo shirt. It was like a knockoff Man United one.
Yeah, we drew.
And he drew.
He drew a number of it, yeah. But when you do read that piece, a magnificent piece, what he does about his sister. And when you hear his path now, where he wants to go, it's not about the money, it's not about the riches. It's about, and you see how good he is. He's obviously now linked with £100 million moves. He says it's about just respecting his sister's belief in him. He just wants to show that. He just wants to show what he can do on this stage. And I really do hope for his sake he can carry on playing, because when you look at him, whether he's on the right, whether he's on the left, his creativity, you know, 5 chances he created, the most touches in the box, his ability to play, you know, he's going to be majorly important to them today, especially with being on that side. Maybe if he goes on that side of Kimmich, he's probably going to have to do some defensive work, stopping Kimmich as well. So we'll see that side of him as well.
Positive change as well, bringing Diallo in, obviously the match scorer from the last game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him. He finished the season strong for United. I actually think I'm looking forward to seeing Ivory Coast, because if you think of that game here, this was massive, this for Ivory Coast getting this goal against Ecuador. This was almost like a shootout for second place, but in the first match, they're both going to beat Curacao. Germany are obviously going to top the group, he thinks. This is a game where I think Ivory Coast now can be really free, and he lets it come across his body beautifully there, Ahmad, and it's a big moment for him.
How good's that finish, though?
Very good. As you said, a good left foot finish. But I watched them against Scotland, and they were very good. They should have beat Scotland in a friendly at Hill Dickinson 3 or 4-0. They're a good team, very good team, athletic team. But he's made a lot of changes. They won the first game, but he's made 5 changes, so, you know, it just shows you they've got strength and depth, doesn't it? Yeah. Making 5 changes and changing a winning team.
Exactly.
Absolutely does. Right, another to watch in Cote d'Ivoire orange today. Caleb Doué, brother of France superstar Desiree, and one of 4 sets of brothers to line up for different teams in the World Cup. Doué scored against France in a pre-tournament friendly a few weeks ago. We get to see more of him. Well, there's a £10,000 jackpot today in our ITV7 predictor competition. Robin from Liverpool was our latest winner, banking £50,000 on the England-Croatia game. Congratulations. It's easy to enter. All you've got to do is download the ITV7 app or go to itv.com/ITV7 and answer 7 questions. Entries are free. You must be 18 or over to enter. The app is available on iOS and Android devices, and you can only enter once a match. Entries closed at kickoff.
She's struggling to put this one away. And that's how it's done. Tidy work from Gemini.
Marcel believes a good ride starts before anyone gets in the car. But when the world comes to town, knowing every new customer is nearly impossible. So Marcel asks Copilot and Outlook to help build a dispatch schedule with personalized plans for each passenger. Copilot shows Marcel how to make his clients feel at home. Marcel handles the rides. Copilot helps him make an impression.
Just going for a break. Oh, hey, just a minute. I'm just going for a break. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Thanks.
Please be back. Please.
One TV.
Tree life on the Dell XPS. You can stay plugged in, even when you're unplugged.
Ever wonder where inspiration begins? The all-electric Kia EV2 is here. The headmaster at St. Bart's, because Mike is missing.
I knew something was wrong.
He knew something was wrong. Why have you taken so long to tell us? She was scared.
That wasn't what you needed.
Look at the state he's in. Was that grief he's feeling? Or guilt? Gone. Available now on ITVX.
Let's recap. She went with a cheeky tap in. You'll love to see it.
Hello, Cote d'Ivoire against Germany is very, very soon to be kicking off, and in the meantime, alongside me, Duncan, Gary and Ian Wright, the last thoughts before this game hits off. Mecha. Felix Mecha is a player that we just have really enjoyed watching. He's got so much interest as well. It always happens around the World Cup time. Why do you think he's such a special player, Duncan?
He's a very good player. He's a young player. He's got a very good right foot. He's athletic around the pitch. He can play for Borussia Dortmund. So yeah, and he usually can get in the box. He can defend. He's a good size. As I said, he's young. So you can see why a lot of people are after him.
Yeah. He's been described as Julian Nagelsmann as world class, and apparently there's interest from Manchester United looking at him.
Yeah, and before he plays like he did the other night, before it's he'll get at the moment with him, Manchester United being quoted £100 million for the West Ham boys, and so they're going to have to be looking around this tournament and parts of Europe, and he looks outstanding the other night. He looked like he had absolutely everything.
He actually come through at Man City when he was he come through at Man City when he was a kid, so it looks like there's one to go away there.
When you look at him, he breaks lines, he gets into the box, he's got Kimmich to come in, fill in for him, to play that 8 or that 10. You see that he's going to finish. You can see where teams are interested. He's got everything, great physicality.
We're going to see the Germans tested here. That's what I like about this game. The fact that Ivory Coast, there were a lot sterner tests than what Germany had in the first game against Curacao. And are the Germans, what are they like? They always come to the tournaments, we always think of that, but the last few have been quite disappointing. So can they rock up and show us what they're made of here?
You know what I also want to see as well, Cal, is like Havertz versus Singo. Singo very aggressive, Havertz with his good movement. I think that's going to be a good matchup at the back there.
And Ivory Coast will be fresh, won't they?
Yes.
I think they'll be fresh. Germany have been the same team. They've made 5 changes, they make their legs.
It's quite interesting. I was reading that Julian Nagelsmann was saying about the first game, which ended up 7-1 in the end. We really needed this convincing win. We needed this self-confidence. It was there, but it definitely grew. I'm not sure he's suggesting that they were ever short of confidence, but it's interesting that maybe like a big start like that, no matter who it's against, is something that they can really build on.
This isn't a revered German team that we've seen in the past. Obviously, they won the World Cup 12 years ago in Brazil. This is not that team. They've got to prove themselves again. They've got to prove that they can become winners. Historically, they've always done it.
A lot of good players in Bayern Munich and Dortmund, and the centre forward for Arsenal, Havertz, and go from India to Liverpool. So they've got a lot of very good players, and some of their players have done a bit of winning. So yeah, Germany will be a tough team to beat.
I think that when you look at what Curacao were able to do to break them, I think that they'll have a massive problem with Ivory Coast in their Cote d'Ivoire with their like penetration from the transition.
This is a free hit for Ivory Coast.
So
They've got 3 points in the first game. They're going to beat Curacao in the third game, so they're going to finish second with 6 points. They can look at this game and think, come on, let's go and shock the world. It's brilliant, this game, I think.
If the Mandy gets the man of the match today, his price will go up to 150 million. If he puts in a good performance today, his price will go right through the roof.
Well, with that in mind, how do you see both teams developing?
Well, to be honest, like Gary said, I think it's a free hit for Cote d'Ivoire. I personally feel that Germany will play the way we saw them the other day. They'll control the ball, they'll push their players up, they'll get Mecha up. You know what I mean? Havertz will be up there doing his movement. Luciano will be doing his great stuff, same with Verts. Well, I think that Cote d'Ivoire will just take it all in and just try and hit on the break like they saw Curacao. And
done it quite well. Scored a goal doing it.
Ivory Coast will definitely play on the break through Diamande, Bonnie and Ahmad, obviously. They'll just sprint forward and they'll be a threat. I think so.
Looking at these teams, though, and especially Germany, it's going to be a big test for Ivory Coast midfield, isn't it?
Yeah, well, absolutely, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is that if Ivory Coast, I know what they're capable of doing. You know, we saw what Small Mention's capable of doing. You know, we know what Verts is capable of doing. We know what Luciano's capable of doing. They're going to have to watch those players because, again, we saw when they pushed forward, little Curacao were able to breach them. So they're going to have to be more worried about that.
The Ivory Coast will have to defend really narrow and compact. The Germans are really, really good at coming through sort of central areas, and that's what Michael Conte will want to do. So as long as they stay compact and spring from there, they'll be okay.
Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick pause and listen to the national anthem.
Germany versus Cote d'Ivoire. The winner will book their place in the next round. Kickoff is coming up next.
Sizing up the wall here. They need to hang these up. Oh, what a line-up from Gemini. Wow.
Every year I dream of summer. Sun, sea, soirée, cadeau. That's until the heat hits and my scalp goes full-on drama. So now I only travel with this Head & Shoulders Mental Fresh. It's like a portable AC for the home. Now my scalp feels as cool as a cocoon.
So you don't feel itchy?
I don't. Stay cool and danger-free with new Head & Shoulders.
AutoCircuit checks your chances of credit card approval without affecting your credit score, so you can compare stress-free. Compare the market, the simplest way to say.
Let's recap. The weight of that touch was absolutely perfect. Now he's in. Take the foul, son.
Here we go. Time to
join our commentators in Toronto, Andros Townsend and Seb Hutchinson.
Yes, welcome all to Canada's biggest city for one of the mouth-watering matchups of the group stage. How tested will Germany be by this Cote d'Ivoire side? We will see. As for this particular fixture, when you consider the first round of matches, Germany with a comfortable victory over Curacao, but it's a step up in opposition for the four-time world champions this time round. Germany unchanged from the thrashing at Curacao, and Manuel Neuer about to become the goalkeeper with the most appearances at the FIFA World Cup. This is 21st game in the tournament's history.
In possession, Germany almost certainly build with a back three, with Joshua Kimmich becoming that third centre-back. Pavlovic will operate as the holding midfielder, giving Germany a bit of stability in the middle of the pitch, which will allow Musiala and Mecha to play a bit further forward as two number 10s, and Leroy Sané on the wide right as usual.
5 changes for Cote d'Ivoire, the first start of the tournament for the match winner against Ecuador, Manchester United's Amad.
And the key change tactically is that the manager MFA has switched from a 4-4-2 to a 4-3-3. The main reason for that is to get extra body in midfield to better deal with the overload Germany like to create in those central areas. And that extra midfielder should help Ivory Coast remain more compact without the ball, but when they win it back, they'll feel they can hurt Germany, because Germany do give you opportunities on transitions.
Well, Germany get Curacao a few minutes to enjoy their debut before sealing another 7-1 victory at a World Cup. Cote d'Ivoire edged it against Ecuador, but that 3 points has them in position to not only reach the knockout stages for the first time, but take top spot with 1 to play. They have been Africa's sole winners when it comes to the first round of matches, and they're hoping to make it 2 out of 2. They upset a formidable nation. They've changed things up for this one, and there is Jan Diomande, man in demand, who sparkled against Ecuador, and they do it again today. If he does, Germany, they have a fair few problems. Away we go, 2 sides with winning starts, looking to seal an early path to the knockout stages. Cote d'Ivoire can win this group, but Havertz in the first minute. There's so much to like about this particular fixture. We can see, we know the vulnerability perhaps of both these sides. Germany with a chance very early on.
And a rare long ball for Germany, which they haven't utilised much, but with Kai Havertz's height, it's definitely something they should utilise more.
I've spoken about Germany's vulnerabilities. They've been in that moment win against Curacao. Their opponents take advantage. Are they built to take advantage?
They're definitely built to take advantage. I think we'll see today if Germany can win this World Cup, because we know how good they are going forward, but their question marks watching their last 3 games, can they deal with those transitions when they do lose the football? And I think with the 2 top winners, Diomande and Amid, we'll definitely see if they can deal with those top winners and potentially go deep into this competition.
Front line, technically excellent as well. Saw a touch and then the ball up. Now Ulai, 20-year-old who's highly thought of. Diomande.
The biggest test for Cote d'Ivoire. There's so much rotation in the midfield for Germany. Have you got the bodies? Have you got enough bodies in that midfield to go man for man and really stop those rotations when Wirtz drifts inside, when Kai Havertz drops like he is now into the number 10 position?
It's going to be a bit busier than it was last time out. Only watching that all the way, the left back when it comes to Mecha, who really impressed. I've seen that because on the Germany side, you look at Musiala and Wirtz being a star midfielders, but Mecha would be their best. Salah. Sure again, so I just could not deal with it. Kimmich. Cote. Cote from Kimmich was strong. Can Diamande be released? Bonnie. Diamande. Diamande, he's found him in a room. And in the space of the last minute, we've seen maybe the strengths of both sides. Only that intricate midfield passing, but can Cote d'Ivoire break forward fast?
That's the threat that Cote d'Ivoire possess, and we'll see that even more as Germany have control of this possession in Cote d'Ivoire's half. We'll see those transitions become bigger and bigger, and that's when you'll see Diamande really open his legs and look to take the game to Germany.
Well, in goal, Cote d'Ivoire and Alan Fofana. Just said he would have Fofana in his all-time Africa 11. That's how high he holds his goalkeeper. Singo played at centre half against Ecuador. Shuffling that back line a little. A chance. Now then, was it onside? That's the question. Flag stays down for now. Looked offside, and then the flag does go up in the end. So they commit to that attack. No idea.
Trust your gut. Forward run from midfield from Kessié though, with his power, really caused Germany problems as well.
Kessié, experienced figure in the midfield, but this is his first World Cup. Diamande, he will fancy around Kimmich.
You know what, he's very quick there, but it's that stop-start. He has the ability to slow you down, stop you, and then just go. It's very difficult to stop.
It's looking for that ball back again, and then I think he was looking at the ball in the end. Putting the ball out of play. He was a hero of Cote d'Ivoire route to winning AFCON in 2023. With the key penalty against Mali in that competition. They won the competition on home turf. Mitchell losing it, Kimmich to get there. Pavlovic. Mali went about his business against Curacao. Defensive work is there. Defensively they have been pretty good. Cote d'Ivoire see a goal, qualification. Slightly disappointing AFCON, but in the run-up to this competition they beat France, beat South Korea, Scotland as well. Whatever France was their last game in Korea, they faced Ecuador.
What's interesting to start this game, Kimmich is a centre-half, there's no two ways about it. In the first game against Curacao, he's being a bit ambitious, he was pushing a little bit higher up, and that's where they got caught. But Nagelsmann realises the threat and is not taking any chances in this game.
Interesting being unchanged sides. Slightly different approach here, Germany. Pavlovic to Brown. Scored his first goal for Germany. This time out, Brown trying to burst forward again. There's Fofana. Now Cote will come under pressure. Maybe the last thing that Cote d'Ivoire will need. Pretty difficult for Germany to break down. As expected, Diamande on the left, Ahmed on the right. He does well. Take on Tyler, makes that sort of challenge. So Bonnie drives. Very well in the end, Diamande. No right to find a way through. And Bonnie sends in the cross, they've done so well here. Pushing, getting it under control. Again, keeps it away. He's chance to counter. Sané making a run through the middle, can he be released? He is released, not quite. See that developing.
Centre-half constantly read it very well. Just a drifting run from right to the middle from Leroy Sané.
Through the centre half, Singo moving out to the right hand side. Heavy press across Ecuador. Display at the back. Coming out. Interesting to see today. Very highly rated player in Turkey at the moment. Trabzonspor. 20 years of age. Turning, trying to turn away from Mitchell. Twice his size. Pavlovic. So a long-range Bayern Munich presence as well as Arsenal's Kai Havertz. Pavlovic. Mitchell.
It's interesting Kai Havertz's position to start this game because with the bodies Germany have in those central areas, Ivory Coast can't afford to go man for man when Kai Havertz does drop into those deeper positions. So he's almost got a free hit where he can go there, get turned and get Germany playing.
Referees from Paraguay, Gabriel Benitez Marejo. Germany forward here, Havertz couldn't get the layoff right. Very casual is Vince. Mitchell. This is developing well for Germany. Pavlovic. Mitchell. Kimmich. Time to clip that one in. Perfect cross to Havertz. Good save from Fofana. I thought that was going to go in, but Fofana was in the right place.
It's a brilliant save from the goalkeeper. Initially, it doesn't look like he reacts quick enough, but the last moment gets there. I think he was worried about that bounce, maybe bouncing over him, so he dives after the bounce, which is probably the smartest thing to do.
I said good save, not great save. Comes up from Havertz. What a fabulous cross that was from Kimmich. It has that sort of quality. It's probably a short a bit. He scored against Curaçao as well. Just a bit of a link or shot it up at the moment as he's doing his header again for Havertz. He is good in the air. Shoulder, yeah.
Good save again from the goalkeeper. Doesn't parry it back, parries it to the side.
It's a good pass from Fofana. He's spotted. He now had a bit of space. And now Diomande touch was very heavy and allowed Kimmich to get there. And maybe Germany to break quickly. Musiala from Singo. Also playing in Turkey, Galatasaray. But defender who is often seen in the right back in club football. Just looks like a centre half, but does. It's a right back. Right back in this one. This time. Tobacco is moving well at all. I don't think he's not going to be able to continue. So I wonder if Cote d'Ivoire recognise that he's struggling and they're moving to the right hand side. Instead they go to the left. Diomande. Conan to clip it in. Not the best header in the world, and followed up by Singo. You never know where that shot was going to end up.
Germany initially defended it well, but the overlapping run from Conan fades the ball into the box. Probably just heading wide. I don't want to speculate. This is the challenge, which I think's ended Schlotterbeck's game. Does well to stop the counter attack from Ahmad.
Not just yet though. Pavlovic. Sané. Inside, Mitchell. Shots a bit. Keeping an eye on his centre half. Shaker, of course. Shots a bit. Drops it forward looking for Havertz. Header across Arsenal.
It's the second or third time though in this game that they've bypassed the midfield and clipped it into Havertz.
Very important player for Germany, Kai Havertz. Did see Montemano come off the bench against Curacao. We did see Unda, who did make a big impression. Some talk about him joining Havertz in the attack for this one. Same side. Germany, it's Cote d'Ivoire here. Conan to Diamande, who's well away from Kimmich here, but that touch lets him down. Well, that's one of the fascinating matchups we're already seeing in this game. But Schlotterbeck is going to have to come off, it seems. A real shame for him. With all the great players that Germany have had at centre half over the decades, Schlotterbeck is hoping to be those players to take Germany away, but he's not going to be able to do this one. I think either by Anton or Rudiger, his choices.
Trying to get the medicine in. It's just his ankle he's signaling. Just as he came across to take the ball away from Ahmed, just have a look here. Any movement in that? Yeah, maybe it rolls outwards just as after he kicks the ball out of play.
Actually not in a good way. And if Germany don't make a change here, he's going to have to go off for a minute. No sign. Bit of bringing on a substitute. Interesting. He feels he can continue.
I think the fact that he's taking the anti-inflammatories means he wants to carry on, he wants to give it a go, see if they give it a few minutes, see if they can kick in.
Rudy Buller, the greats of the German game, World Cup winner. They don't always identify people in the crowd, but
one for one at the moment.
We've had a good record, haven't we? Of it, being applauded by the German supporters. Anton something on the back as well, so he is going to be able to rejoin us.
So it's a minute plus he has to rejoin the pitch in the centre.
Yes, yes. Sneaky with that, right by the goal, wasn't it? It's Diamande. Germany down to 10. Diamande again, that's the third loose touch that he's had so far. Keeping some nerves against the opposition. He plays in Germany for RB Leipzig. Catching the eye of so many, but one comes back and comes on, so hopefully he's okay to carry on. Marksman obviously feels confident. Fletcher. It's nicely done to get away from Singo, and now Brown can charge forward. With Havertz behind him, Sané won't get there. But there was an example. Maybe if we had Singo and Beards running the 100 metres, there may be only one winner, but you see how quickly the decision making appears to turn, and all of a sudden
he went all in, Singo, didn't he? Tried to gamble, didn't get it right, and Nathaniel Brown overlapping down the left-hand side gave him the outlet.
it's tough. Solo wants it back, and he gets it. Yes, sharp play. I was going to say it's had a relatively quiet start. There's nothing quiet about that from Jamal Musiala.
Well, those top players only need one moment. Again, his smart play in and around the ball, quick 1-2, quick touch, knows where he wants to put it, almost puts it exactly where he wanted to. Shouldn't have bend it back into the far corner. Good early sight of Musiala though.
The honour of watching Lionel Messi do what he does. You see top players at work. It's happened so quickly. You could just feel it in the ground when he got the ball. Expect it.
I think that's the biggest thing. You can set up and you know what they're going to do, but when they play those one touch around the corners, it's so difficult to defend against. Because your initial thought is, I'm going to go and close down the ball. But as you're still closing it down, it's a 1-2 and they're behind you.
Germany are going to do well in this competition. You feel that Musiala is going to be a big... Sané. Devlinovic. Cote d'Ivoire haven't seen much of the ball. You can feel Germany getting into their passing rhythm. No foul. Cote. Devlinovic. It's inside to Pavlovic.
That's the thing about Germany. Yes, they do give you potential opportunities on their counter-attacks, but when they're as good on the ball as this and they're not turning it over, they're finishing attacks.
Brown. Too much on the pass. Absolutely. You look at Pavlovic, he's one of the more obvious deeper playmakers you will see. Just looks like he's got so much time on the ball.
The difference between Germany winning this competition or not is how good they are on the ball rather than how exposed they're going to be when they lose it.
Tar, under pressure. Well, not chasing Germany around though. Like that, they're impatient themselves, hoping they could break, and they have had the moments. Sané. Aggressively trying to put the German players under pressure. So Neuer can take his time. Going deep there. Musiala. Straight seems to be okay. It's Pavlovic. Schlotterbeck finds Brown. Now carrying it forward to Wirtz. Wirtz does well, can't find Musiala. Here's Mecha. Deflected. Thought that was dipping in, didn't you?
I thought it dipped in. Hell of a strike again from Mecha. We saw on 2 or 3 occasions against Curacao. He really can hit them on the edge of the box.
I feel like he's going to be the spare man often in that area because Musiala and Wirtz drawing so many defenders to them.
Got Emmanuel Brown in there as well, giving them another player to mark. So it's going to be a spare man for sure.
Brown will take the corner. Kimmich with him. Is it short to Kimmich? The cross! Was it a foul? Well, Germany disagree. Whenever you see moments like that, you sense that the officials will see it as a free kick. You challenge the goalkeeper, that's what happened. But this is really interesting.
Let's have a look here. He doesn't have 2 hands on it, but I feel like the goalkeepers, they normally get that decision when they go up for the ball and there's contact. Maybe he's a bit reckless from Pavlovic. He's not really looking to head that ball, is he?
Well, let's bring in our refereeing analyst, Christina Unkel. Your thoughts on that? Whenever we see somebody go up to challenge a goalkeeper, the result is usually a free kick.
And there's a reason for that. Typically goalkeepers, right, when they're up, they're exposed, the hands are in the air, they have less ability to defend themselves and challenge in that direction. So the on-field decision, if I understood that correctly, when someone was still saying is that they have a foul coming out. If that's the decision on the field, that would be a check complete and that would stay. And that again, sorry, just took a look at another angle. Yeah, I like that angle right there. That would be a foul coming out.
Yeah, an interesting point to build on there is also that idea that obviously a goalkeeper is going to try and catch the ball, and so they cannot compete with the other player for it as you would when you jump normally. We usually think, well, they can use their hands, so it's easier for them.
I think in that situation, if Pavlovic goes and heads the ball in, then you could probably make an argument. But the fact that he hasn't really got contact with his head, it's almost run into the goalkeeper. I think that one's the correct decision.
Well, he's back to his feet, Yaya Fofana. It's interesting, this happened just before the hydration break. We'll see, the referee's going to play carry on, and then we're probably going to stop it in about a minute. So on we go, the Germany supporters booing the decision, but as we've seen, it's a fair one. Fofana sweeps it forward. Mitchell to Pavlovic. After some early raids from Cote d'Ivoire, it's Germany looking after the ball. 80 moments. Cote. No surprises though in the way this game has started. Mitchell. Come in from now. Sané. Young Conan. Sané inside. Pavlovic. One pass on his mind. Neuer joining the build-up. Quite. So that did give the referee an opportunity to signal the hydration break, not greeted with pleasure from those in attendance. The reason why is that they've enjoyed proceedings so far. And at the start of this hydration break, a reminder for you all, you could win £75,000 and a trip for two to New York to watch the World Cup final on the 19th of July. To enter that, a single entry by text or online costs £2.50, plus your standard rate message for texts. And the entries close at 10 a.m. on Monday the 6th of July. Post closes at 12 p.m. on Thursday the 9th of July, and entrance must be 21 or over. Visit the website or scan the QR code for full entry details. So far, it has played out in a way we thought it might up to now, would you say?
I've been very impressed with Germany. I don't think they've allowed those counter-attacking opportunities that we've seen in the last three games. They've been very good with the ball. They've looked to overload in the middle of the park, but they've also looked to bring Nathaniel Brown inside as well. Because Cote d'Ivoire are matching them up 3 against 3. So you bring Nathaniel Brown in there as well, you create that 4-3-3 overload. But also, let's have a look at this potential foul again. I think it's definitely a foul. The more you see it, the more it looks like a foul.
Just never get those.
Yeah, overprotected species, those goalkeepers. Yeah, shoulder into his head though, that's the problem.
Yeah. Germany are on a run of winning 10 consecutive games. This is their longest winning streak since 1980, would you believe? But yet they are a side doubted as potential winners of this competition.
What we haven't seen so far this tournament is Germany when they go over the block, so they've gone diagonal from the centre back into Kai Havertz directly, which is another tool that they're going to look to utilise.
Well, more World Cup action, this busy group stage. We have Belgium against Iran tomorrow, 7 p.m, ITV1 and STV. Then, following that on Monday, New Zealand meet Egypt, the other two sides there, ITV1 and STV. Also go to the ITVX mobile app, match clips and more available to you. Catch up on all the action that we've seen already in this competition. We've seen some great moments already. Cote d'Ivoire hoping for big ones as well. See if they can create something special going forward. Especially the way that Germany started. We saw, actually, Diamandi's had some loose touches. He's got into some really good areas. And you think, maybe, could have got in behind. Do you think that's nerves? Do you think that you mentioned it before, but he's got the spotlight on him. He's 19
years of age playing at a World Cup. It's natural, but I'm sure the more touches he gets, the more he'll grow into the game. And then as he grows into the game, that's when we'll see him being decisive.
So now, too many chances. Side from that Havertz header, Serrano with a strike wide. Singo, effort blocked. Rudiger has nowhere to go on here for this return.
I like the fact that Cote d'Ivoire, they are pretty aggressive when they do have possession. It's Sangare just looking to hold as a single pivot, and then the two players, Inao and Kessié, are really looking to push on in forward areas.
Cote sit forward. Romy. Sandro. Against Tar. It's another of those sort of tussles we're interested in because Tar has to get tight. So, Singo. Possession for Cote d'Ivoire. Wide to Diamande. Diamande flashes it across. Oh, the clock wasn't in that time, but the can! On the second time of asking. Kessié to push it home. Cote d'Ivoire out to shock. And to shock Germany. They have the lead. And it's Diamande who helped make that happen. And we thought Germany might be vulnerable in those sort of situations. And it's come to be.
And that's what Diamande can bring in these forward areas. It wasn't a loose touch this time. Flashes it across the box. Ahmad couldn't sort his feet out. A brilliant block from Nathaniel Brown. But Kessié, given the licence to get further forward in this game, he's there to pick up the pieces. A simple finish for him. Puts his country ahead. Look at that ball across the box. You can't defend that. Brilliant block from Nathaniel Brown. Got to give him his props, but that man, Kessié, right place at the right time. Call it luck. I call it anticipation. 1-0 Cote d'Ivoire.
The youngest side in this competition has turned to one of their more experienced members, the Centurion in the team, from Kessié. When you look at the game, you analyse the game beforehand, you watch both these teams play, and Ross, is something that you do, and when you looked at where they could hurt Germany and where Germany were going to hurt Cote d'Ivoire, I mean, look at the way this game has started. It's played out of that, waiting who was going to take the chance, who was going to take the moment, because they can both hurt each other.
To be fair, it wasn't really a counter-attacking situation. Germany were pretty set. Leroy Sané was back covering Kimmich, but it was just, like I said, that stop-start from Diamande is just impossible to stop.
Just knew if he had the moment to get round Kimmich, and the loose touches he's had so far, rather than looking at them as mistakes and thinking he's a possibility, can I get this right, I'm in. Singo.
One thing, when you're young and you're winning, you don't really dwell on mistakes. You've got no fear. You can see that in Diamande.
Cote d'Ivoire have no fear. Diamande again, expectant to run at Kimmich. You can see Kimmich had no interest in getting time. Now. Ahmad. Probably should have scored himself. From Sangare. So when we were watching Germany do their passing patterns, they never dived in, they never tried to rush to win it back. We know, unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of the ball in this game. Badou looks for Diamande. Has he got this right on point? He has. Diamande back. Cote. sometimes about Cote d'Ivoire against Ecuador as well. Surety. Ball forward and a chance again to cause problems. Chantemet tidies up. Thought that Portugal was going to come on, but again there's a little defence. It's eased off him. It's easy just to talk about the strength of the Cote d'Ivoire players, but the technical quality of this team simply strung on the rest of them.
On paper, looks like they've got everything set. They've got a big number 9 who can handle himself, who can run. They've got quick wingers, they've got set midfielders who can get on the ball, get turned, make driving runs into the box.
Mr. Balanced. That's the problem. Still a long way to go, but Germany knowing that the other side facing up to play in Ecuador, a top opponent as well. It's always a tournament before them. Agbadou, not quite, he's played a couple of those passes down.
They've recognised Germany are over-covering on this left-hand side with Diamande. It's the second time they've switched the ball to Ahmad on the right. We've pretty much 1v1.
Supporters know. There's a long way to go. This side has the quality to turn us around. Generation started in 06, but this current team seems though one best equipped to do well. One generation that World Cups in a row. Since now, beating Germany.
Drops a couple of step overs, goes down the line. Kessing there, just tuck it home, and look how delighted those fans are.
Good pressure from Germany to win it back line. Kimmich. Again, calm on the ground, that's cut out. Cote moving it over his head. Brown. Question for you, Andros. With a possession side like Germany, when you know that the opposition are a real threat if they win that ball back, how does that affect their ball? Their mind?
I think you just have to be more patient when you're playing. Try not to risk the ball, try not to force it through and force a turnover, which Germany have done, to be fair. They've limited those turnovers in the midfield area. What we have seen though is look how compact Cote d'Ivoire are now. They've scored. They're not looking for any pressure on the ball at all. Trying to protect the middle, making them go wide.
Musiala, Sané, closed. Pavlovich was a slip in the defence. Kimmich. In goes the challenge. And a chance for Diamande to break. Germany have a man down. It's 3 against 3. Bonny. Ahmad wants it. Bonny goes for the corner. But Neuer saw it. Pavlovich still down. Germany not too pleased, and not because of much annoyed on the touchline.
Diamande, didn't he? Just they were counter-attacking, he had to break his stride 1 or 2 seconds.
Ground in his stride. Musiala. Musiala to go down too easily in it. Well, that's a risky pass to give it in now. Tidied it up nicely. He showed some technique so far. It's awkward for Kusanu, and the referee hasn't called it as a foul, and Germany put it in, but then the referee waves it away. And I think the referee's given a moment here because he wasn't entirely convinced. So by allowing Germany to put the ball into the net, it can be checked. If he blown, it can't be checked.
I think it's the right decision. Let's have a look at Cote as he takes a risk here. Clear foul for Musiala, but the ref has to let it play. Has to let it play on. But the right decision there initially.
Christina, can we just in on that? Am I right in saying the way that the referee delayed his whistle?
Yes, Seb, you got that correct. On the process standpoint, referees are asked when there is a very clear potential goal-scoring opportunity, even if they have a foul, to hold their whistle to allow VAR to review the protocol in the event that the decision for a foul is incorrect. But this is correct for the referee to hold his whistle to let the ball hit in the back of the net, just to allow VAR an opportunity.
Which we like to see in a way, don't I guess? Because it can always be. I know there'll be some who sort of say, well, play's carrying on if you know it doesn't count, you know, you have that little offside sometimes. Musiala had that leg hanging out. I mean, Kusanu looked for it, I guess, but
it's a big risk from Kusanu. Pretty shot by Havertz, but see immediately the ref just waiting for the play to finish to blow the whistle.
Set piece here. Germany. Shot of it. Little one against Coruscant waits. Qatar through as well. Kimmich flips it in. And shot of it. And a goal was blocked in the end now. Ahmad. And Neuer is backpedaling. Ahmad. Oh, he telegraphed inside and it's tidied up by Mencha.
Nathaniel Brown slowed him down long enough for Mencha to get back and dispossess him.
This looked a tasty fixture on paper, and it's proving to be in person. Here's it! Oh, he's got it wrong. Blocked it. Well, why there's a touch on the way. We'll see if it was on target at all. But it was sliding across.
I think that's a great block. I think that could be going in from Florian Wirtz. Hopefully we'll see a replay.
Oh, we will.
Good play, 1v1 against the bigger man, Musiala. Does it with a bit of skill, then gets across him. You think he's going to shoot here? No, he doesn't. He sets it before he reverts.
Technically, it's a corner for Germany. It goes. Tar goes up. Back across towards Schlotterbeck. Holding back in again. Schlotterbeck. And away by Cote.
You know, when you're the smaller winger playing against the bigger fullback, it's so important you get across them. But then when they make contact with you, you get the foul and you go down. Musiala did it brilliant there.
That's waits. Musiala won't reach that. Oh, it's a slip, not a foul, but actually, Sugo did well on the ground. Absolutely excellent from him now. Youngster impressing this first half. Very tidy. Very easy hit. He turned 20 in April.
Very promising front line for Cote d'Ivoire. You look at Bonnet 22, Diamande 19, Ahmad 23, and now 20. Future right with this side.
Calling Cossier really experienced. He's 29. Actually, a Forest midfielder. Two things together at the moment. Morocco got into the semi-finals last time out. basically offered a target other West African sides. Cote d'Ivoire, one of them, attacked by Egypt at Rabat. Just to a bullet bombers. You know you can beat France, albeit in a friendly. You know you can beat anybody. Conan isn't happy with Diamande. They're having a bit of an argument at the moment. Now that they've made up. Conan has to recognise that that's wrong. Marseille, who was once Reading's record signing, maybe 2 decades ago now, but looking to take Cote d'Ivoire on a historic run in this competition. There by Bonnie. Trying to get the challenges in. There's enough in the end. Kessier tidying up. Diamande did keep it in play. And Nagelsmann held it went out. Conan. Well, it was an interesting little moment there, Conan, waiting for somebody to make the run.
Space was there. Bonnie just wasn't looking to run into it.
Mencha. Nicely done by Mencha. Jonathan Tah. Kimmich. Sané. Sané saw the space inside. Sané tried to reverse it back. Havertz. Diamande with the ball.
I think it was there for Sané, probably a couple of steps before he delays and allows the gap to Havertz to close up. That's the route through. You have to go round. You don't want to go through Cote d'Ivoire at the minute. There's too many bodies. You can go round to Sané, go round to Verts or Nathaniel Brown, then go inside off the back of that.
Diamande.
Got to give the back more. Cote d'Ivoire so much credit. It was Agbadou there, but normally defenders are hesitant to jump out to the man in the pocket. They want to stay in their defensive position, but as soon as the ball goes into Havertz or to Verts or to Musiala, they're really jumping and closing that space and using their aggression.
Mencha. Sané. 7 more minutes to play in this first half. Sané wins the corner. It may have to be a set piece at the moment for Germany.
First time Sané's really gone down the line, looking to come inside on his left foot, which is easier when you're playing against a quick fullback.
Taken short once more. Here's Kimmich. Kimmich will look for Tah. Schlotterbeck shooting the centre half. Verts. Never safe. Shot blocked. Taken by Mencha. Sulu blocking it. Sulu again. Singo. He saw the gap. He can push forward. Excellent play by the fullback. Not going to run Mencha though. Maybe the one man who can reach it.
He's absolutely everywhere in this first half. Felix Mencha. He's got the pace, he's got the strength, he's got the technical ability, the shot from 25 yards. Really has been a joy to watch in the midfield for Germany.
Under the one, so to UK would have been well as known as far as his ability and what he can do, the Dortmund man. Sané, Pavlovic, Check. That's a good ball to Brown, trying to pull it back. Havertz wanted it. Brown should have found it. Musiala battles to win it back from Ahmed. Musiala going on one of those dribbles. I think he was caught, but
I don't know, I think the ball was very delayed. Let's have a look as he weaves his way in and out. Definitely contact from Ahmed. Probably just outside the box in all fairness. Is it enough? to give a foul, probably not.
Let's have a box or penalty anyway, so fair enough not get involved. So, almost that it was outside the 18-yard box. Monteriano. Havertz. That's not a foul. Away though, Diamande goes back.
See what I mean, how aggressive Conan is when Kai Havertz looks to get it, try and get turned.
And they're still limping. Don't want to leave this pitch. Brilliant from Kessie. Bonnie, goal side. Bonnie, will just got away from him in the end. It is a corner though. And I think he's been told by Kessie, why didn't you shoot? Shoot earlier. He wanted the assist.
This is the foul Germany are claiming. This is a great angle of it. Nature's Heels way outside the 18-yard box. Maybe a free kick if I'm being honest.
Way outside?
Way outside. We're talking
outside. That's all that matters. So still in added time, but there's a sizable amount of it. Cote d'Ivoire looking for more. Defended at the near post. Brown. Really watchable game this. This group. Strong side from South America, strong side from Africa, and obviously a strong side from Europe, that is Germany. Diamande. Getting any more. Diamande. He was closing down and he's getting help on that side, Kimmich. And a little through the middle. Diamande checked again. Maybe get it for a corner anyway. We have to have been impressed by Inau and Diamande in this first half, considering we said how old they are. 18 and 20 respectively. 4 more minutes at least to play. Who plays it forward? Kimmich there to tidy up. Sané. Musiala loses it. And it's won back by Mecha, probably Germany's best player in this first half. It's Havertz. Shifting in on Panish. That was Ahmad, one of the smallest players on the pitch. It's Brown. Havertz wants the ball sent in. Musiala. It's now to Cote, leaving it between Pavlovic. Here is Pavlovic. 4 minutes to play. Heading Mecha. To push in the touch. Was he looking for Havertz? Either way, didn't quite work out. Diamande, and they can release Ahmad to the right, and it didn't go. We can all see it except for Bonnie. Instead, Germany have it now. Mecha. Mecha again. Havertz.
Volume 15.
Sané. Sané picks up the pace. Good pass. Here's Bates. Bates. Oh, too much in the end, but it was a lovely move.
Look at this neat one-touch play around the corners. He's onside. Does very well initially to get the half a yard of space. Then he's just poking at Ampadu. Does well.
Well, a fascinating first half. And one in which the underdog's lead, although to call Cote d'Ivoire an underdog isn't quite right. They are a very good side, and Kessie is the man who has them in front in Toronto. Fascinating first half, a fascinating half-time scoreline. Germany 0, Cote d'Ivoire 1.
Guide. All channels. 3. ITV1. FIFA WC 2026.
Today, Starling's asking small business owners the habits that make them good with money. Like
Send invoices early.
Get yourself some good tools.
ask for help from people who get it. If you can.
Try not to eat your own stock.
Sort tax with a tap.
Automate your admin.
And make getting paid easy.
Join over 500,000 small business owners banking with no monthly fees. Starling. Good with money.
BBC 2. Decrease as Trust Rock Garlic. 3. ITV1. FIFA WC 2026. Germany VC. Divoire. 20-23-35.
Efficiency test.
Hybrid reinvented. Nissan Qashqai with new e-power. Defy ordinary.
Have a good feeling about this one, Roy.
Me too, Micah. Me too.
Guide. All channels. 3. ITV1. FIFA WC 2.
It's football.
Menu. 7 items. 1. Picture. This function does not support voice guide. Voice guide is included in the 6th item. Press up. 2. Sound. Menu. Set. 1. Picture. This function does not support voice guide. Voice guide is included in the 6th item.
The world's gone football. Get in on it with Sky Bet.
You know I'm big on a bright white t-shirt. If after a few washes the whites go dingy, they get relegated. It's buffing your motor dingy. Or it's down the gym dingy. You get nasty dingy. But the big one from Ariel Clean's really big to bring back bright whites. Because you know all that dinge is just old dirt built up over time. So now ditch the dinge on all my t-shirts. I might have to really now. Ditch the dinge with the big one from Ariel. Always give away from children.
Menu. 7 items. 1. Pick. Volume 15.
Hang on. I think he's going for it. Oh, he's only gone and done it. Flashes it across. Oh, they can't put it in that time, but they can. On the second time of asking. Cote to push it home. Cote d'Ivoire out to shock.
Menu. 7 items. 2. Sound. This function. 1. Picture. This function does not support voice guide. Voice guide is included in the 6th item.
compact, physically aggressive, not giving the Germans an inch, and then on the counter-attack, we've got massive strength down that left-hand side with Diamande, and I'm a little bit of Ahmad on the right, but mainly Diamande on this left-hand side, being absolutely brilliant.
Duncan, how about the goal, Frank Kessié? What did you make of it?
Yeah, the big player turned up, didn't they? Diamande, great pace on the left-hand side, and it was a great delivery. And of course, as you can see here, Kessié makes the box, doesn't he, as well, but he's had a fantastic game, and Kimmich has really struggled against him. And they've got bodies in the box, they played with a 4-3-3, and they've got the midfielders up there, and Kessie's in there, and it's a good reaction to take Now, let's talk about the full-back there, a little bit further away, Gary, do you think? Too far away?
He's one of the most experienced right-backs in the world, and he's toiling in this first half. I mean,
it's afraid of him, guy.
He is, and look, he's a 19-year-old kid. They've had 56% of their attacks down that side, which is...
4. Channel 4. Military Wives. 3. ITV1. Michael WC 2026. Menu. 7 items. 1. 2. Sound. This function. 1. Picture. This function does not support voice guide. Voice guide is included in the 6th item.
And they've had 2 goals chopped off. So Germany have had most of the possession, but the Ivory Coast have always looked a threat, haven't they, on the counter-attack.
But this is what I'm saying against in Carousel. If I'm Ivory Coast and I'm watching, when you look at this, all that, they're just like, as soon as they get it, they're straight into that German back 3-4, whatever it is. And that's what I saw Carousel do, but they didn't do it at this pace and at this intensity. And that's the weakness, and they've noticed it, and they've just gone for it. And they're getting something all the time. They're petrified of them.
The speed touchy, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, when you've got someone who's skillful, can go both ways, and he's quick, you need support. And they're trying to get over now. You look at the 3 or 4 German players now that are trying to get over near Diamande. But even that at times isn't enough.
He's still trying to take him on there, Gav.
They've got to deal with that second half. Whether they bring, Sané's maybe, you look at Sané trying to get back now and support Kimmich, that's a problem for Germany. I mean, they've got another problem, Germany, that they can't break out to this Ivory Coast defence down, but they can't keep leaving this guy one-on-one, or else they'll concede again.
Especially if you see physically and technically, they're a match for Germany, and it's a game, like we said, it's a free hit for them. It's just like they're just like having so much fun playing.
It's contrast.
Way through a couple of times, but
3. ITV1. FIFA WC 2026.
I don't think he'll change anything at half time. I think he'll stick with his, but they'll have to organise the right back position. What they do is they double up, or they put another defender in there, maybe with a back 5 or something to try and double up naturally. With a back 5 possibly stop the left winger. But yeah, look, Germany have done all right, haven't they? They started well, they've 2 goals chopped off, they've had all the possession, but it's just getting that ball in that net, it's that threat, isn't it? It's just getting that goal to the ball and behind them.
okay. Let's see those 2 disallowed goals then as we head to the break and wait for the second half. This is Germany's 2 chances, both of them. The first one, Pavlovic, was a foul on the keeper, which you'll see there. The keeper stayed down for a little while. The second one, Cousineau, tripped by Havertz. So Havertz's goal eventually as well chalked off there. At the moment, they find themselves in the unenviable position of being 1-0 down, second half next.
He doesn't know which box to put this in. He does now. What an assist from Gemini. Get in there.
Right, listen in. Intelligence suggests there are gaps in their defence, but they remain a serious threat. So stick to the brief. No heroics. Let's move. Football. It's part of our way of life.
Welcome back to Your Home Live with Sky.
Well, the delivery guy is pressing forward. Oh, it's given him the eyes.
Lovely football. He's a manager's dream, that lad. Old school.
Oh, great. Can you leave it by the hydrangea? Thanks.
I don't know what hydrangea is, Jill.
Never miss a thing with the smart doorbell from Sky. Believe in better.
We've got another one. How about you?
I'm running.
Need anything from Tesco? Sneeze once, yes.
Remember, he wakes up, Buttercup.
Tesco wants you when you seriously need groceries delivered fast, because every little helps.
Hey Meta, play a song that fits my vibe.
Got it. Welcome.
You see I'm next to guys. How I what the line your lines. Hey Meta, take a picture. What you said was mine. What you said was mine. What you said was mine.
How would you describe McCain vibes?
It's definitely a chip.
Crisp.
Crisp.
No, it's in the shape of crisp, but it's a chip.
Tris. It's got crisp ancestry, but it's a chip.
McCain vibes, take 50.
It's like the chip and a crisp and a baby.
87.
Oh, chip, crisp, combo thingy? McCain vibes are chip, crisp, combo, hot snack thingies.
You don't have to smile through back pain. Let us help. Voltarol is clinically proven to provide maximum strength pain relief for up to 12 hours to help keep you moving. Voltarol, the joy of movement.
Saving seekers, we see you. You don't follow the crowd. You have an appetite for a great deal. At Next, we know energy savings isn't one size fits all. Looking for a tariff below the cap? We've got you. Wanting to charge your EV at off-peak rates? Sorted. Our tailored energy solutions to help you satisfy those savings cravings. Find out more at eonnext.com/save. Eon Next, we make energy savings work.
Take it MC in your eye then.
Yeah.
Great.
Eye conditions can be a little, well, alarming. That's why at Specsavers we're here to help you get the treatment you need. Should have gone to Daddy's Dodgy Eye Savers.
They're pressing. They're pressing. Oh my Gemini!
Right, the second half in Toronto is coming up, and there's lots more to look forward to on ITV.
A 60-year-old girl was reported missing by her parents.
To police radio. Sophie was with a police officer when she was killed.
This will blow up our department. You sure you want to do this?
I invite you to test me.
The Blame, unmissable this autumn on ITV.
A crucial 45 minutes away. It's Germany 0, Cote d'Ivoire 1. We'll be right back for the second half.
A little clutter can take up a lot of space. So, homeware, fashion, books, and more with no fees on Vinted. Don't use it, sell it.
So, Germany find themselves 1-0 down. They've had 2 goals disallowed. They've made a change. Rudiger's come on and Schlotterbeck's come off. And you guys weren't sure if there was going to be a change for Germany. What do you make of this?
I wondered whether they would make a change to cover that right-hand side, obviously, their defence, but I'm not sure that's the case with that substitution. But we just see the Ivory Coast players come out here. You know, can they keep it going? Rudiger, we know he's a determined defender. He can defend one-on-one. I wonder if he does play towards that right-hand side. It'd be interesting. Wouldn't have thought so.
Might be an injury, guys.
Yeah, I think he picked up an injury earlier on, didn't he?
Yeah.
I still feel that you still need more out of Havertz, Sane and Musiala. I think you just need to see those guys getting more involved in the game themselves from a personal level.
All right, time to get back to Toronto with Anders Townsend and Seb Hutchinson.
Yes, indeed, that is the one change at half-time. Schlotterbeck was not moving too well, then we thought he was going to go off. Then he did go off the pitch for a moment or two, and then he stayed on for the rest of the game. Of the first half, at least, but now he's been substituted. And on comes Antonio Rudiger, Real Madrid centre-half, former Chelsea man. As Germany look to turn this around, and only one nation has managed to do that in the tournament so far, to win a game, and that was South Korea. Our opening match of the tournament, Andros, and what did Germany to remember in that particular game, it was the technical security of South Korea that helped them turn it around, so more of the same for Germany, and they will get that break.
It's been more of the same. They've obviously been the better side, they've had the possession, they've been tidy with their passing, they just haven't been able to get the breakthrough. I wouldn't be panicking if I'm Germany at this moment in time.
8 straight World Cup matches for Germany to have kept a clean sheet. Here's Ahmad. Start this second half. Ahmad puts it inside and head in hands there for Cote d'Ivoire because there was an opportunity of Bonnie. It could have fallen to him. Now, Conan. It's blocked by Rudiger. Oh, he's lifting again, Conan. He was lifting in the first half. Grimace. Referee warning Cote d'Ivoire. 5 seconds to take that throw in now. And that's a roll now then, that's interesting. It was in the box. I think the Germany players were anywhere near the ball in the end. And then Tar! Back to Neuer. Just. Musiala. No foul. Strong start to the second half from Cote d'Ivoire. Kessier. Ahmad. Sio. Still we were looking at already been checked and cleared. Brown. Once they're engaging them here.
3. ITV1. FIFA WC 2026. Germany VC. Devorai. Audio description. 20.
Bonnie, who was a handful in the first half, especially running off Schlotterbeck down this left-hand side. He really did make a good few runs in behind. So maybe it's a tactical as well as an injury something.
It's Brown collecting from Vince. Now Brown, Germany have a man over in Sané, but he goes to Musiala, who ducks inside, and it's deflected. It will be a corner. I tell you what, Leroy Sané had nobody with him in the penalty area on the far side.
That is why the position of Sangare is so important. Looking just in front of the back four, just waiting as Musiala comes inside. There, cleans up.
Menu. 7 items. 1. Picture. This function does not support voice guide. Voice guide is included in the 6th item. Press up or down to move between items, then select the one you want. Press return on your remote to go back to the previous screen. 0 to 100. 40, 47, 48.
Diamande is up there. Conan.
70, 67. 45.
At this World Cup, Cote d'Ivoire penalty. Show that on the pitch. 90 minutes. This will probably be, it definitely will be their greatest ever victory. Bonnie. Johnny Ahmed. Conan. Diamande sliding in this venture.
Menu. 7 items. 1. Picture. This function does not support voice guide. Voice guide is included in the 6th item. Press up or down to move between items, then select the one you want. Press return on your remote to go back to the previous screen.
The space opens up for the Germans, so
reading the balance. It's a strong header by Rudiger though. Havertz. Cote was offside. Absolute. Excellent. Kessier is having a very good game. Ahmad to his right. Here is Ahmad, who loves these sort of positions. Plays it back inside. And Kessier! And he never really seemed convincing in the end.
his touch was just a bit off, too far in front of him, and he was stretching for the shot as it comes inside from Ahmad. Yeah, the touch gives Jonathan Tah a split second to get there and close it down, and he's stretching for the shot.
And Mitch is happy to get through as well. It's Brown, Tah. It's can't find Pavlovic, so loose pass from him. Now, off he goes again. For a star in the making, perhaps. Here's Ahmad. Will he get it into his left? He wanted to. Oh! Big chance for a player producing a big performance at the moment.
That's the opportunity. If you want to be the best, you can't really miss. But it's his initial run which sets us all up for Cote d'Ivoire. Ahmad getting his head up as he chops back. You can see what he's trying to do. He's just looking to curl it into the far corner. Will they rue that miss though?
They just simply create another chance.
Driving once from midfielder Kessier in now. Changing formation from 4-4-2 to 4-3-3. He's really giving the lights to those two midfielders to get forward.
Pavlovic. Sané. Pierce, bit of room now. Pierce, little clip ball forward. Was it the right ball? Now going up in the air, Mitchell. Havertz. Diamante. Putting up 4 Germany shirts around him and he loses it. Tricky situation, that's cleared away. Can't take your eyes off this action right now because you want to work out which side's going to have the next chance. Really tricky at the moment. And a picture to your side on for the ball. Sané. Metcher. This is blocked. Can do that. To the back post, Vince, pushing it back inside Havertz. Now you tell me, Andros, was he trying to get that immediately under control, or was he trying to do the old Bergkamp flick around the corner?
We got Bergkamp didn't mean that.
Dingo.
3. ITV1. FIFA WC 2026. Germany VC. Giveaway. 20 to 23 35. DTV terrestrial.
To get round Brown. To toss pretty well, but then Ahmad turns him and the pass was excellent. Kessier again. And not for the first time in this second half. Kessier found in the penalty area and Ahmad starting to show what he can do.
Protected again, Kessier. Really good battle down this right hand side for Cote d'Ivoire. Ahmad and Nathaniel Brown. Ahmad gets the best of him again, finds the option of Kessier just unmarked. Again, probably his touch is a bit too heavy, gives Metcher and Rudiger the chance to close him down. But his position, nobody's picking him up. Pavlovic is the only holding midfielder and he's more central. So Metcher in the sort of
this second half. Cote d'Ivoire showing even more attacking intent. David a foul. Ward and Horns play straight to Ahmad. They've given it away though, Germany in the end. Singo. Ahmad. It's recovering. Yeah.
Three, ITV1, FIFA WC 2026, Germany VC, Dubai, 22-23-35, ETV terrestrial.
The changes before the corner. So I would like it because they want to keep momentum, retain the momentum. There's another corner. It's Ahmad defending it. Germany pressing for an equaliser, but far comfortable. He's looking to turn the pressure to attack, and Ahmad, it's unlike him not to take that in his stride.
That was the chance, that was the opportunity. Germany left two at the back. See if there's anything in this one. Maybe a little touch.
Havertz. Okay. Musiala off as well. Also Pavlovic. Making triple change. I'll give you a moment to an idea of why he's made those changes. Just the fresh legs. But no doubt, certainly made an impression. Not only against Curacao, but he does make an impression when he comes off the bench.
I think I have us moving to the number 10 position, and that's probably a more busier striker who maybe makes more runs in behind, which something Germany haven't had in this game, the runs in behind to then create the space for the Wirtz and the Havertzes of this world.
Probably thinking of the bigger picture as well now, but Germany won't get knocked out at the group stage. Beaten Curacao. Now, careful here. He is careful. Very careful. Foul. Singo stayed down. It's Jab. Where are you leaving him? There's the first effort of the World Cup. It's really labelling. Actually, they're still complaining about what he perceives as a foul on Singo. Now.
It's clearly a foul, but
Painful those callbacks.
But you can't stop. Cote d'Ivoire stopped. You can't stop unless the referee blows the whistle.
They're a man short at the back. Look at that, 10 attempts for Germany, 8 for Cote d'Ivoire. Engaging contest.
It would have been easy for Cote d'Ivoire to come out in the second half and just rest on their laurels and be a block of 4-5-1, but they haven't. They've been the opposite. They've been even more aggressive. Look at them now, playing out the back, getting their full-backs forward, getting the 2 centre midfielders forward.
Labelling. Drops off one. Looks for Havertz. Singo, you can see he had to get the challenge right. And then Tar, when he felt he was fouled, instead it's Germany flowing forward again. Too much on that cross towards Undab. No, it had to be defended. Yes, yeah, not happy with the referee. Bonnie is going to have to come back and defend this corner though.
The subs coming on, just give them a different threat set. Obviously, the technical quality players between one hasn't worked, it hasn't been the space. No, but just look at the change of feel of it, give them a different option, more directness.
So Kimmich with a corner. We've got Shaw with a fair few of them. Straight in from Kimmich. Oh, the header for Fana! And Havertz can't get the header on target.
That's what he's got wrong for Fana, comes for it. Doesn't get near it. It's probably a bit far out, probably bodies. No, maybe could have done a bit better.
I'm not going to critique my Havertz anymore on that one. Should have scored. Now down the line, finds Ahmed. Ahmed trying to hold off Brown. There's Winchell, did so well, the bits inside. Amiri, he was fouled, 2 German bodies on the ground at the moment. It's still in pain. They come forward, Kimmich. Up to his feet, Germany still coming forward, labelling. And that's well defended in the end. Brown though can't find them. Teammates in the end, with Beards.
It's a nice pocket of space though, didn't he, Nathaniel Brown? Got turned.
Germany racking up the corners, but no goals. That's fine. Will the set piece do the business for Germany? Fofana, strong punch. He was caught, Fofana, as he punched it away. Inevitable, of course. Rob Keshe's been pretty annoyed with the referee for about 10 minutes now.
I think as the captain is the only one that can go and complain about those situations. As he comes out, well, punches it.
No man, of course. Still hurts.
Yeah, not the right horse. It definitely hurts. But yeah, it's not a foul. But there's been a few fouls up front with Bonnie as well. He's not got the rub at the green.
You think he's happy about that? Very annoyed, Germany supporters. And I think the scoreline plays a part in that. Bonnie helping it on, but it's annoying. As you said, Andros, the substitutions seem to have given Germany a bit more control.
Gives it a bit as well on the right hand side, Sonny, the counter side ball, and not where everything will go down the line.
At the moment, ball played towards Hammers on his head. Equaliser! And now is at it again for Germany. The substitutes turn the tide. For Julian Nagelsmann's men. And some of the World Cup winners of the past celebrate that. Müller and Hummels, they like what they saw, and Germany like what they see.
It's a brilliant position for Millie to pick up the ball on the right hand side. Fades a brilliant ball in the box, and that man under gambles in behind. Something Germany didn't have in the first half. His body's in the box, and it lands it perfectly. It's a brilliant finish from him.
He's taking care of the camera as well. But Nagelsmann, he made the changes, and it's changed the flow of this game.
And Millie just drifted into a wide right position that Germany haven't occupied so far in this game. Ivory Coast didn't have the body to pick it up, had the time and space, picked out his man, 1-1.
Dennis Under, what an incredible record he has for Germany. It's 11th cap, 8th goal. And he's become quite the man to go to as a substitute for Germany. It wasn't just really involved in that one when it comes to the substitutes. And now Germany fancy they can turn this around. Havertz. Oh, Sinker was worried for a moment. Now Cote have to settle themselves again.
Top managers, you can see it, said, but great managers changing. Two of his substitutes having a hand in the first goal for Germany.
And Kurasau scored a goal, created two others. And this particular goal will feel bigger. Havertz. Enabling. To find Beards inside. But the ball haven't made a change yet. We've seen Germany make their changes and it's paid off. She made 4, don't forget, because Rudiger came on a half time. They've got one more up their sleeve.
For the first time this game, the tide has turned. how Cote d'Ivoire going to react. Now Germany are getting the pockets of space they want inside there. Do have the whip down the line.
Their supporters are buoyant and sense that they can find more. It's Kessie, put away by Sangare.
They really need this stretch break.
It's overdue. Here's Diamante. There you go, right on cue.
Perfect time. MS Spain needs to settle down this Cote d'Ivoire. He needs to figure out what he can do to wrestle this game back from Germany.
But Dennis Under with that equaliser has Germany in a position where they will strike for victory. Well, more World Cup action on the horizon on ITV as Belgium face Iran, both sides drawing their opening matches, 7 p.m. on ITV1 and STV, and then on Monday, the other two sides in the group, New Zealand and Egypt, 1:30 a.m. for that one, ITV1 and STV. And in Group E, well, a lot to get through, and you can see all the action so far on the app. The X-Mobile app, the clips as well. And for Germany, they've got a bounce now in Toronto, the CN Tower, the tourist building. And looking over this stadium, one of the smaller of the World Cup. Got a great atmosphere and a great ball from Amiri. Look at that angle.
It's a brilliant crossing. The care on the pass into the box. Sees Undap's run and picks him out perfectly. Something Germany didn't have. They didn't have the players drifting out wide. And he managed to drift out there unopposed. That man's subs have made the difference. Because in the second half, Cote d'Ivoire really did come out the better side. They were brave. They had Joy down the right hand side. Ahmad was forcing Nathaniel Brown backwards. They had a few chances. Kessie couldn't get his touch right. You thought it was going to be Cote d'Ivoire that were going to get the second goal, but give Narcos credit. He took off his players who were occupying in between the lines, in the pockets. Put on more direct players that were...
Really picked up. It's going just
3. ITV1. FIFA WC 2026. Germany VC. Delay 20 to 23:35.
venues.
Channel list 4. 3.
Seating needed.
I think managers these days only have one way of playing. We're going to play through the lines, and that's the only way we're going to do. But Nagelsmann, realising it wasn't one today, he's changed up the speed of it, give Germany a different way of playing, and it's paid off for him so far.
So Crystal Palace's Evan Gesson is going to come on for Bonnie. Thought that might come earlier. Fofana will come into the midfield. And Ahmad has made way. Simon Adingra is the other. Former Brighton man, was at Sunderland last season as well. And Fofana, the fresh legs in the middle. So will his changes make the difference?
Also a very important role for Sangare. Was very good, just marching in front of the back four, stopping any attacks that Germany were looking to pose centrally.
Set up for a big finish.
Menu. 7 items. 1. Picture. This function does not support
Diamante's moved over to this right-hand side as well, so where the first time he was so dangerous.
Farner looking to get it back from Gesson. Diamante definitely on his more favoured side. That's why Liverpool have been so interested in him. And the man to replace Mohamed Salah, but Mecha. Havertz, Mecha again. It's a little loose and give a chance for Cote to win it back. Purdue. Pressure from Germany. Flipped out to Singo, and I think he was expecting Diamante to be running the high ground. 43,000 in attendance for this one of the smaller stadiums, but you wouldn't know it being in here. Traditional shape to it. Now, he's got away from him.
Menu. 7 items. 1. Picture. This function does not support voice guide. Voice guide is included in the 6th item. 0 to 20. 14. Move left or right to adjust the value.
Start the first game, it doesn't finish the second game. Bits. Brown. Roll Singo. Looks for the fullback. Not quite. So, to Diamante. See too quick for Tar, about to find out. Diamante, many sided for Fafana. Fafana wanted that ball earlier. In out.
Didn't fancy the match-up. He had Tar there, could have taken him again. He stopped, he slowed down, played it back.
Coming from Tar, he wanted Diamante to run at him. Now. Single. At moments like this, Cote d'Ivoire only tries to look after the ball for a period. They've been without it for a while.
Ball play as opposed to an enforcer that Singara was. Very brave from the manager, Anderson Pay, mismade.
Foul coming out. As you say, we know he's looked after the ball very well so far, the young midfielder. Montemano. It's a United striker, or midfielder. Diamante. Inside. Goes to Singo. Diamante. I don't think he made it obvious he was going to play that pass this year. Havertz. Couldn't power his way past Singo. Singo was holding his hamstring, and that's why he pretty much stopped there. And then the referee recognises that, and it is the referee's right to do that, despite the complaints that Dars was with. But quite clearly, he's got a problem, Singo.
Initially, really good stroke from Singo as quite Havertz tried to knock it past him.
Get angry, but Singo won't be able to continue.
You can see here, even if the ball just went out there, then you can play on, but Singo has obviously done his hand here as he's knocked it past Havertz. You can see there, he's knocked it out of play. He can't carry on, can he? Put his hand up, knocked out of play, gone down.
and wants to try and win this game, and Germany's still behind.
That's a shame for Cote d'Ivoire. Singo's very good today. On the right hand side to deal with Manuel Brown to deal with this man Burks.
Eladoui's going to come on.
It's time for Cote d'Ivoire players, I think.
So now discussion about who gets this ball back.
Where's Christina?
So it's Germany who have it. Doué waiting to come on. Here's Vince. Emmanuel have to keep in defence here. Hessier pulling in on that right hand side. Or they can just try and break his fist. Dingra. Runs into traffic. But gets through it. Gessel. Diamande. Unconvincing in that particular moment. But he does get a free kick.
Second time he's turned down the 1v1 opportunity on his right hand side.
So there's the confirmation. Such a shame for Wilfried Singo. To go off holding his hamstring. And it will be. Well, there's Singo there. Mr. Straw. Having a good game, having a good tournament. Eladoué is on the fullback. Once more. Scored against France, I think it's a friendly. Explanation his younger brother plays for, Eladoué. Side, playing it, Gessel attacks it with Tar. What's the referee going to go for here?
Doesn't read it early enough, does he, Gessel? Singo again in the straw.
Such a shame. It happens. It's the competition every player wants to play in. Cote d'Ivoire corner. Germany too convincing. He tried to clear the ball here, but they look more convincing now. Not quite. Fofana. Fofana. Turn was sharp. Block was strong from Brown. Diamande. There are moments in this, but it's still broken. Gets on. Trying to force his way past Tar. Well, since the substitutions for Cote d'Ivoire, they've had a bit more success in the final third, but they're just lacking the quality. Can they make their sub? Well, Diamande's going to come off. Well, he helped make the goal that put Cote d'Ivoire in front, but some tricky moments as well. For a talented young player who we're going to see a lot more of. And the senior Nicolas Pepe is on. And off comes Kai Havertz with Goretzka coming on. So the striker goes off and the midfielder comes on. And we'll see what that does. Shame, of course, Havertz playing in a more withdrawn role since Lundau came on. So we are going to have a sizable amount of added time, but also will we get a winner? Okay. The Germany supporters are still remembering when he got hurt. There's Lundau. Undaf strong. Undaf going for it. He's playing with so much confidence.
Strong as well to wiggle his way in and out. I think he had a runner off him, maybe Goretzka chose the shot.
Gets it back for Pepe. Pepe can't lose it there, doesn't. Pepe was the man that Arsenal paid over £70 million for. Didn't really work out for him though in the end. There was a disagreement with Brown on my bench. So off we go. Cote. Collected by Fofana. Fofana. Mikesio. Well played by Gesson. Oh, it's unlucky there.
Done very well, Gesson, to get back and avoid dispossess. Metro fairly. Those 50-50s, it doesn't seem to have gone Cote d'Ivoire's way today.
Well, this match go Germany's way. It's Undaf. Brown clips it in, find its way through. Fofana back there. And now a chance for Pepe to stretch his legs with options to his left. Adingra is one of them. Ball comes across. What a chance, but a poor touch. And it goes begging for Simon Adingra. The Ivorian support cannot believe that chance has gone. Bits inside to Amiri. We're going to get late drama. Bits. Bits. Cushions in. Brown, what a save! Fofana keeps out the fullback. He thought that was going for the corner.
It wasn't. Again, a very good save from Fofana. He's dealt with those low ones very well on a few occasions now.
Germany push again. They're trying to find room. On both sides with chances at either end.
We see the Adingra one again. To be caught two wide. First time we'll take a touch.
90th minute. Who goes in? Gets it away. Gesson holds it up. And cushions to Fofana. Pepe to his right. Adingra to his left. Looks for Pepe, but he won't find him with that pass. Wasted again.
He wanted it to his feet, Pepe. Fofana played it behind.
An end-to-end end. Ball too close to Fofana. Well, I'll ask the question, what would be a fair result?
This is the shot from Nathaniel. Keeps it low and hard into the corner. Fofana saves it, pushes it wide of the on-rushing Germany strike. This is the one. Nicolas Pepe does well to beat Jonathan Tom. You can see him on the far side. Adingra's calling for it. Pepe sees him. He wants to shoot first time. He takes the touch, but the touch he takes isn't good enough. I think the time was there to take the touch, but definitely not the touch he took.
Germany take their chance on this occasion. Undaf is getting very late. Amiri! Oh, that's a chance. The whole Germany bench was up. Another huge opportunity at the end of this one.
Well, Oh wow, this is the moment. Cote d'Ivoire had so many in this situation, not got the touch right. Yamiri gets the touch right, just doesn't get the power on the shot. Maybe closed down well, is he? By the Cote d'Ivoire defender.
Trying to stay composed. It's well balanced. And in many ways, knowing that both these sides will probably qualify for the knockout stages anyway, there's a certain freedom in the way they can try and finish this one. As they push for a win. Action. All you place in the group could prove important, of course. When it comes to who you meet in those knockout stages. Don't know yet. Ball sent in too close to Fahana. Fahana very popular with the Germany supporters. Thier on his way through. Must get the throw. There's been enough edge to this as well. It's not gone overboard, but it's been enough to it to make it very competitive.
I think it's brilliant from start to finish. Cote d'Ivoire certainly played their part in that. Is there one more twist in? Both teams going for it. It's very end to end.
6 minutes we're into now of added time. So there is time. It's fouled. Brown. It is going to be a free kick. I've been impressed by Nathaniel Brown in this tournament so far. He was tipped to go to Bayern Munich. It's not any big transfer news, but certainly in some Germany he has defended well at times. But when he gets forward,
The outlet they have to go forward as well. He's interested in the big sides, not just a good defender. He can play high and wide on the left, he can drift inside into the pockets like he is now.
3 more minutes to go. This will still be seen as a big result for Cote d'Ivoire to hold Germany. But will they hold Germany? Brown trying to slide it through. Mary.
It's how they've done it as well, so this hasn't been a counter-attacking smash and grab like we thought it was going to be. These are the Cote d'Ivoire side who had moments in this game where they've controlled it, taken the game to Germany, committed bodies forward. Been a brilliant display.
Oh, what a pass! What a pass! What a finish! Germany have won it at the end. Has Undaf won it at the end. It's tight for offside. Cote d'Ivoire believe. Boy, we'll see. But have Germany nicked it at the end?
He's been the difference since he's come on Undaf. Two very different goals, two brilliant goals. Surely giving his side the 3 points now. Looks as it builds up. Mencha gets turned, wraps the ball into him, he's onside. His touch is brilliant, his finish is even better. Expert finish. That's the space they haven't had so far in this game. That wrapped ball in between the lines. Central, look at the touch, look at the care on the touch. And the finish to boot. Brilliant goal from Undaf.
Dennis Undaf doing the business for Germany. Who've had to work hard, who've had to dig deep, but Dennis has done it for them. An agony for Cote d'Ivoire, who have been beaten right at the edge.
94 minutes of being compact, denying the space, not allowing those balls wrapped through the middle of you. Look at that. The gaps opened up, the tiredness maybe. He's definitely onside, there's no doubt about that.
It had happen so quickly, but that's what Germany could do. They only have to repel a couple of attacks here to seal the points. In out. And they've done enough. They've done enough here, Germany, you feel. Probably about a minute more to play. Good at the super sub again. Way forward. Pepe. Ground was strong. And we seem set for another 1-1. But Germany had other ideas. Metscher just boots it away, but he's probably been Germany's best player. Felix Metscher. And Undat, though, was still the headlines. German delights. Nagelsmann's men turn this one around and win it right at the end. Cote d'Ivoire with a fabulous performance overall, but it wasn't enough in the end. But how deep that Germany dug to take the 3 points, and at 3 points that confirms their place in the knockout stages. Dennis Undav, the man off the bench to do the business. Disappointment for Cote d'Ivoire, but they'll come back because they have shown that they're a side who are tough to beat. But Germany have beaten them in Toronto. The final score, Germany 2, Cote d'Ivoire 1.
Having a nightmare at the back here. But he's got options now, thanks to...
Supposed to walk into a truck.
3. ITV1. Michael WC.
ITVX. It starts small, doing what you can, when you can. It's just one change, followed by another, and another, until you wake up refreshed. Find your step, and realize that incremental has become monumental. Be yesterday with Garmin.
Check out this gorgeous pair of jeans heading star. Now, 3, 2, 1. It has been sold. Where's my wallet?
What do you do? Watch live, shop live, eBay live.
McDonald's Taste of the Twilight. The sweet Carolina barbecue snack, covered in a sticky Carolina barbecue sauce. And the Mexican chipotle chicken, smoothed in smoky chipotle and Diablo sauce. Plus, crunchy cheese bites. Taste of the Twilight. Only at McDonald's.
Sure, official sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Find the beauty beautiful game in beautiful places. The only major network that lets everyone roam freely in the EU, up to 25 gig. Cote.
Chase is the digital bank that helps you unlock your money's potential.
What do you mean?
Let me show you. Look at your phone.
What's in the kitchen?
But in the future, when you use Chase's budgeting tools to help buy
New coffee machine.
And that's not all.
We finally made it to
Costa Rica. After creating multiple saver accounts, you could reach your goals. And when you invested through the Chase app, you could plan for your future and his.
He is what you know.
See what your money can do. Chase.
Royal Marines don't fear the cold. We embrace it. Once you conquer the cold, obstacles become opportunities. And the harshest environments on Earth become your home. And when that happens, there's nowhere left for the enemy to hide. The Royal Marines Commander, it's a state of mind.
With the game still deadlocked, it's time for something new.
Let's light it up.
Oh. What? No. Here comes the Ghost!
Mr. Q Casino, when players win, they love Q. When players lose, they hate Q. Mr. Q, the casino you love to hate.
And it's Gemini!
Germany with a 94th minute winner. Amiri with the ball in and a wonderful finish from Undab. He scored off the bench against Curacao. He scored off the bench again today, and today was such an important one. What performance in the end. Germany have won this game against Cote d'Ivoire, and it's an all-important 3 points, because what it means is not only do they go top of the group, they have qualified for the next round. Cote d'Ivoire, you can see, played 2, they're on 3 points. And a game still to come in this group, Ecuador against Curacao. Now coming up, Cote d'Ivoire have got Curacao to play in their last game, and then Germany, as we said, already qualified, will face Ecuador. So let's discuss the game we just saw. It was a lovely finish in the end for the winner there, but we'll take it back a little bit to those subs, because it was the 2 subs that ended up combining for the equaliser, and what an important one it was in the end, Brighty.
Yeah, it was like Undab. I thought when he came on, he gave him more of a focal point. And what he also gives is, obviously, with his, what's he got, 9 goals now in 11, is like he gives them a goal threat. And you'll see it definitely with the 2 goals. It's brilliant the way he comes off here, dunk, you know, in the layoff. And look at his determination here to get in there, dunk. And this is, and then the cross, fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great ball in, isn't it? It was big into the hit. Fantastic clean sheet moment. It was a great cross to deliver substitute.
Brilliant touch up there, wasn't it?
Yeah, the substitutes made a massive difference, didn't they?
Brilliant goal.
Fantastic.
And I think you say credit to the manager really for making those changes and impacting them.
Yeah, I mean 60 minutes is quite early, isn't it, to bring them on? They brought them on, he changes front line in the 60th minute, and it was very pleasing when they combined like that to come off, you know what I mean, and be successful.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got a striker who's come to the bench a few times now who can do that, you can say, you know what, I was going to wait 70, but I'll bring you on 30 because he's got that about him. And he's done, he's proved him right.
He's not going a couple of minutes.
Yeah, he had to do it at 60 because for just 10-15 minutes in the second half, Irish coach, they killed that game off.
Yeah.
But then Germany, just Germany, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just
Find a way, Gary.
They're just efficient, aren't they? They're just efficient.
They just ruined my life on multiple occasions.
Let's show you a chance that Ivory Coast had, and just tell me about how this could have been a little bit different. This is Simon Adringa.
Oh, this is, I mean, look, the first 10-15 minutes in the second half, they should have killed it off, and then they had this moment late on. And honestly, we're all up here screaming, thinking, oh no, what are you doing? I'm going to let you take it over, right?
Well, you know the thing is, Gary, this is all perfect, what's happening now. The pass from Nicolas Pepe, perfect.
No!
And now, you know, we're watching, we'll see it from the other angle. When we see it from this angle, you'll see, because Adingra does everything right. He opens his body up so you think he's coming onto it with the right foot. The ball's rolled perfectly. Look at that. There's nothing else. This is saying just take me first time.
I mean, how can he not just hit that?
Honestly.
I mean, he's obviously panicked, isn't he?
He's coming into bodies. It's just, it's honestly, that, you lose games at this level. You miss chances like that, you will lose games.
I would have taken that first time.
Even you would have gone.
You'd have scored a Gary all day long.
That was their moment, and then Germany, Gary, as you said, look, they just managed to find a way. But again, this is Gundogan as well. We'll have to talk about him more in a second, but just have a look at this goal and the balling. How special is it?
It's so special. I am going to hand it to Wright again, not because I know how to score a goal, but I just know this is an Ian Wright goal, this.
You know what's good about this? Look how hard he has to play that in really hard. Bang. It's the touch. Duncan.
Oh,
it's
fantastic.
the touch. So the ball's got to be played in hard because the defender's so close. But the touch has to be away from him so he can still hit it first time. Look how he wraps that in. Bang.
And it's right and left foot, isn't it? Control your right, bang at your left.
That is world-class finishing when people talk about, oh, but he's got so much time and space. He's made it with the touch.
Great forward pass.
Bang. Defender, goalkeeper, no chance. Bang.
Look, it's a great forward pass to the midfield player as well.
It's just beautiful. It's a Picasso, that is.
I'd like to see that first angle again, because we have to look at it from a sort of defensive perspective. It's a brilliant goal. The pass is special, the touch is great, the finish is fantastic.
Yeah.
But the centre-back steps up past him, and we'll just see it again here now. Maybe see this. It's maybe the second angle. Just watch the centre-back in the middle step up past him.
Yeah.
He's done the right thing. He moves up, and then the other two defenders don't move up with him. They stay back in the yard. And you've got to get up to the edge of the box. The actual centre-back that's marking him here, watch this.
He does the right thing,
The centre-back does the right thing. He shifts up that yard, and the other two have got to come up with him. And then they don't do, and then you're dead, you're finished.
Great, look at that. That touch there is magnificent.
Guys, he's been on the pitch in this World Cup for 56 minutes, and in that time he's scored 2 goals and 2 assists. So he's obviously 3 goals and 2 assists.
Yeah.
So is the coach now in a position to look at this and go, do I need to start him in the next game? Has he forced his way in, or is he brilliant in the way that he comes off the bench?
I think the coach has got to be thinking that, definitely. I mean, what more can the boy do? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely thinking that he's changing his start line-up for the next game.
We were saying before, though, Kai Havertz is loved by all his coaches. You know, Mikel Arteta loves him, I think Thomas Tuchel loved him when he was at Chelsea.
Frank loved him.
Frank Lampard. He's always played, hasn't he? You know, the German coach Nagelsmann loves him. I just wonder whether Undab is better as a sub. I wonder whether he's better coming on when the game opens up a little bit and there's a little bit of space.
Yeah, but Gal, when you say that, it's like the first goal, the way he was able to come off the defender, lay it off and go. And then the second goal was the poacher where he's so good, the touch and the finish. It just looks like the focal point that he is. It just seemed like it might benefit them better.
How difficult is it from a player's perspective to be that player that's coming off the bench and he can't do more in this situation, and then maybe the coach does?
You know what, Laura, he's not bothered because, you know, what he's shown again there, I don't need 90 minutes. He could come on and do it in 5-10 minutes, but he doesn't need to worry now. You know what I mean? Because he knows that the manager's got the problem now.
He seems to go in the rhythm very quickly, doesn't he? When he comes off that bench, you know what I mean? He gets into a quick rhythm, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe they fancy Havertz a wee bit because obviously he's a better player, probably all round. He's taller as well, so maybe he does a lot of defensive stuff. So maybe that's why they pick Havertz quite a lot, because he's tall for the set plays and also he works back the way as well defensively.
We still ask that question about how difficult is it for subs to come on and adjust. But I think now it's almost the expectation that there's going to be 3 or 4 subs coming on. With, you know, back in the day there were maybe only 1 or 3 subs, and it was unusual to make a number of substitutions. Now these lads are ready. They know they're going to come on. They know they're going to rotate. Look, I have to say, you've got to hand it to Germany there. That's persistence. They were struggling in parts of that match, and they've stuck at it. Persistence, resilience, and they've got there at the end. It's so German.
They brought on an assassin. He was just like surgical finish.
Do you know what I was laughing at? Because when the last time used 2 were ever subs. You said they don't have any come on. That question should be put to me.
Very good, Okay, guys, next up we're going to hear from Declan Rice and reflect on Scotland's defeat to Morocco as we look ahead to their final group stage game against Brazil, and it's in Miami, another big test for Steve Clark's side. See you in a couple of moments.
He's asking what's good on the menu. Oh, it's spicy boom that way. One of those, please.
It's This madness in its rawest form. So dress the energy. It's time we let it pour.
You're going to realize it one day. Happiness was never about being like the others. One day you're going to see it. That happiness was always about the discovery. The listening to your heart and following it wherever it chose to go.
When you run a small...
2. BBC 1. BBC 1 Unruly. 1 boys. 22:50 to 23:15.
Kirsty.
2. BBC 2. Tina Turner. 3. ITV 1. Michael Duff.
Don't you wish selling your car for a great price was just easier?
It's natural.
It's not magic. It's motorway.
Dazzling French player required defending, fans banging drums and free kicks fully bending, wall charts pinned up with the score scribbled in. These are a few of our favourite things.
Sign up to BetVictor and get 100.
Menu. 7 items. 1. Picture. 2. 4. 5. Smart Hub. This function does not support voice guide. 6. System. Includes voice guide menu.
Or find something more authentic, like where to go.
System menu. 2. Setup. 3. Football remote. This function does not support 4. 5. 6. Universe. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. Auto protection time. 12. 14. 16. 15. General. 11. Eco solution. This function does not support voice guide.
We go to northern Italy for our finest Parma ham, so you can get it around the corner. Free for £8 study deal with your Tesco Club card, because every little helps.
Can you tell us what we were doing at Denby Hall?
It was a party.
What a night for us all to get together.
Just terrible people doing terrible things. All our deepest, darkest secrets.
Tell them everything.
The Party, unmissable this autumn on ITV.
Let's recap. She went with a cheeky tap in. You love to see it.
Volume 15.
Welcome back, Dennis Lindau with 2 off the bench to fire Germany into the last 32 of the World Cup. They beat Cote 2-1. Wonderful scenes for Julian Larkinson and his men. And they are top of the group as well with 6 points from their 2 games. Declan Rice went off injured during the second half of England's win over Croatia. He's been speaking to Gabriel Clark. Let's listen in.
The manager said he brought you off the other day to protect you. Is that from yourself?
No, I think it was a smart decision. I was feeling a little bit of neural pain in my hamstring, which I was managing from after Christmas with Arsenal for a very long time. Obviously not a lot of people would have known that was all behind the scenes stuff. It was a smart decision, and in the end that last 20 minutes is probably where you pick up the most. And it's weird, you play a 70-minute match, but that last 20 is where you really feel your body going through it. And I think it was a smart decision because the last few days I felt really, really good.
You're okay?
Yeah.
Yes or no? Are you seeing a new Thomas tour?
Yeah.
Tournament Thomas?
Yeah.
And that obviously lights your eyes up.
I've always known and seen what he's like as a manager, but I feel like he thrives in this environment. I feel like he knows he's one of the best. We know he's one of the best. And with this squad we have, we can achieve great things with it, and that's obviously on us to deliver that.
There seems to be a real connection between this team and Thomas Tuchel, and especially Declan Rice has come out a couple of times now and been full of praise for the manager, Gary.
Yeah, I think that Jude Bellingham in his interview the other day said there was things maybe weren't quite right some time ago, and now it feels like they've got it and they've sorted it out and they've pulled together, and they recognise that the greater cause is that they've got to pull together for their country and they've got to play well. We had tournaments back in the day where maybe we weren't as tight as a group as we should have been, and I think this group, to be fair, have done it pretty well over the last few years. But they had a hiccup 12 months ago, and I think they've sorted it out.
There were concerns after that last game about Declan Rice and about if he was fully fit.
Yeah.
Right, he's played 63 games this season, which is a lot of football.
Yeah.
Then he comes to the World Cup. Do they need to manage him carefully?
Without a doubt, yeah. Absolutely they do. I know that he's shown that he's capable of doing it, but like if you're going to get the opportunity in a game where he might feel something, you can take him off, because if we're going to go to the latter stage of this tournament...
Menu. 7 items. 1.
Mikel would have probably...
3. ITV1. Michael. ITV News. 23:30.
Reserve these players.
I'm a bit worried, Righty.
What?
Menu. 7 items. 1. Picture. This
in the game, and if he's saying he's feeling a little bit of neural pain in his hamstring, to me, when you think of someone like Declan Rice, who I think's unbreakable, if he's saying he's feeling something, I would be a little bit concerned, because
he's not unbreakable.
No, I get that, and I understand that. I just think of when Roy Keane played back in the day. You don't rest Roy Keane, you don't rest Declan Rice, you don't rest these players. They're not players that you rest unless there is a real problem, and these players don't whinge either unless there's something bugging them.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a worry.
It's a big worry, isn't it?
It's a worry.
If he was struggling for England, it's a big worry, because he's been really, him and Harry Kane are the two main men, aren't they? If they lost him out the midfield, that would be a big blow.
I think it's a good thing that you can rest him at this stage, because like we're gonna need him, and if you can imagine if he gets injured at this stage, you're going to say, well, why did we rest him? He's played 60-odd games.
If he pulls a hamstring, he's going to be out for a month.
Exactly.
So, you better rest him.
Is that what you do, rest him next game? Or wait till Panama?
Yeah,
to be honest,
maybe do you know this?
I'd probably, if he's fit enough to start the game, you still start him, but like, if you can rest him, then why not? I think that we've got a good chance against Panama to get something.
You talk about resting, but you talk about resting a player that doesn't get rested.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a player that might...
Menu. 7 items. 1. Picture. This function does not support voice guide. 2, 3, 4, 5. Smart Hub. This function does not support voice. 6. System. Includes voice guide menu.
For Arsenal for the start of the season, don't
I'm just saying that if you've got an opportunity to rest somebody like that...
System menu. 17 up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Voice interaction. This pod menu. 7 items. 6, 5, 4. Network. 3. Broadcasting. This function does not. 2. Sound. This function. 1. Picture. This function does not support voice guide. Voice guide is included in the 6th item.
Shouts, Duncan.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts on them?
Well, obviously, my thoughts are they should have been given, you know what I mean? Because I'm Scottish, but because I'm just going to say that. But to be fair, I think the first one is maybe a penalty than the second one.
Yeah.
So I think McGinn going through there, they could easily give that as a penalty, and I don't think that gets overturned. You can see he's knocked the ball away.
I think it's a better angle than the next one. This one here, done. That's a better angle.
Look at that. That's a stone wall, that to me.
Duncan, obviously, I'm not a Scotland fan by any stretch of imagination, but there, that hip comes in and hits him hip to hip. That's a penalty, that one, I think.
Yeah, but we don't need to be Scotland fans by any measure. The fact is, a penalty is a penalty.
There was let's say a touch there, and he's made the most there.
I'm not sure with that one.
He's at full pelt, you know, and he only takes a wee bit of touch, doesn't it?
I'm not sure with that.
No.
I think John McGinn, Scotland get a draw, I'd be happy for him there. But like that, I think this.
Menu. 7 items. 1. Picture. This function does not support voice guide. Voice guide if 2. Sound. This function does not support voice guide. 3. Broadcasting. This function. 4. Network. 5. Smart Hub. This function does not support voice guide. 6. System. Includes voice guide menu.
We're going to have to try and come out a wee bit. I think Steve Clark showed a...
System menu. 17 items. 1. 2. Setup. 3. Football mode. This function. 4. Menu language. This function. 7. 10. 11. 13. Auto protection. 12. 11. Eco solution. This function does not support voice guide.
Into the box to whoever's in there, hopefully it's Shanklin, but that's what needs to happen. You might as well do that now.
With that pacey and that wee dribbling on you. You can go left, you can go right.
And they might not need to score, but they'll definitely not want to concede, and that's the difficult thing. As we said, a point might be enough to see them through, but we will see. Okay, we're going to be back very shortly to check in with Adam, Richmond and Ronaldinho at Flushing Meadows.
To find the C chord. Can she slide back into position? She can with Gemini. Just listen to that.
You know what you're getting with an away game? Hoping for a win? Happy with a point? You know what you're getting with Premier Inn?
So everything you need is on here.
Yeah.
Orders appear here, and with a click and collect, we can get things ready in as little as 1 minute, so they can just grab and go.
Very keen, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tom, aren't you?
Click and collect in as little as 1 minute. Order on the app today.
New Balance, what you got now?
Oh, you want weight loss advice?
Weight loss? Actually, what you want to do?
We should try it. Ooh, my secret is... Check out my 7 I swear by egg and cake. Forget that, you just keep up to this podcast. Advice.
Or you could try MedExpress. MedExpress. Healthcare without the noise.
Time to eat your fuel, Michael. Fuel, Michael. More fuel.
I just want to taste something!
Where are you going, Michael?
I'm going home.
Let's picking up some bits of dinner.
Waitrose, the home of food lovers.
AWS AI is moving business forward. It's how Audi takes vehicles from concept to customer. Delivers real-time match insights to Bundesliga fans. And how small business businesses go online with GoDaddy. How will AI revolutionize your business? AWS AI's how.
Deliver a bit of it.
Not bad.
This FIFA World Cup 2026, Deliveroo are here for all the feels. All goal chicken mouth. The football double bucket. From 2099, get the deal with Philippe and chicken.
Let's recap. The weight of that touch was absolutely perfect. And now he's in. Take a bow, son.
Menu. 7 items. 1. Picture. This function does not support voice guide. Voice guide is included in the 6th item. Press up or down to move between items, then select the one you want. Press return on your menu. 7 items.
Is looking at that screen because a legend, Brujo, Ronaldinho, has just entered. He brought a whole bunch of other celebrity footballers, futsal legend Falcao, Quaresma. They're going to play right here on this iconic tennis court. And honestly, this is a moment where it kind of transcends the World Cup, and it's all about passion for the beautiful game, football family. The communities here in Queens, especially the Latino community, are out in full force, full voice. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced, but it's incredible.
We were just talking about the amount of energy and enthusiasm that Americans have, and then you cut back to 3 Brits and a Scot, and it doesn't really work like that, does it, with us English?
Try and be a bit more upbeat.
Yeah, you can lift it up a little bit. Look, nothing would be the same as Adam Richmond, but let's talk a bit about. We were watching earlier on the Netherlands with a brilliant performance here, an amazing win against Sweden, and we were talking about the fact that Ronald Koeman, it's the first time he's managed at a World Cup. You know him well. What's he like?
Very good coach. Really based on possession in the main. All his coaching is in possession.
Menu. 7 items. 1. Picture. This function does not support voice guide. Voice guide is included in the 6th item. Press up or down to move between items, then select the one you want. Press return on your remote to go back to the previous screen.
Beautiful finish.
I mean, it looks like they've arrived, isn't it? That's some
But when you look, isn't it? Yeah, when you look at the Netherlands like that, and they beat a team like Sweden, we wouldn't have seen that result coming. When they beat, and they start getting momentum, that's when you start to think, okay, when you get players getting into form, they'll start believing. But they could be dangerous.
Teams are talking very highly, Sweden, weren't they?
Yes, they
were.
were.
With their front two and that, you know what I mean? But look what Dutch have done to them.
That was what was going to be my next question, really, Brad, because after drawing the first game, you kind of wondered how far can the Netherlands go, and are they a team this year that could go all the way?
I thought they would have been gutted, waking up that morning after when you conceded a late goal, that would have really been sort of hard for them. But to respond the way they have, absolutely fantastic. And I don't think they'll go the whole way, but they've got a decent midfield. And they've got some bright players, they've got some experience in defence, but quarters, maybe semis. I think quarters would be par, semis would be punching, I think.
What is it that stops them from reaching that higher level in this squad at the moment?
You know something, you look at it and you think, okay, people talk about an out-and-out striker, but they've got enough players offensively to score the goals. But I think it's down to them and mentality. And once they get to that next level, can they finish it off? You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's the same as what we're doing. But even though we've got a Harry Kane, we're still trying to do the same thing. So it's something that they've got to try and contend with. But
their midfield's good, eh?
Their midfield's very good.
De Jong, Gravenberch, Reinders, it's a good midfield.
They found a way there to score a lot of goals, haven't they?
Yes.
They found a way there. So, yeah.
Massive win. We'll take it back to Germany, because that's the game that we were just watching now against Cote. And really, how do you rank this game for Germany? Because even though on paper you look at it and go, oh, they won that game in the end, it wasn't very easy for them. So how do you measure it?
Well, when you look at that German game, you probably look at it and think they can be got at. I remember speaking about Carousel at the start, in respect of how they were able to break them, they look vulnerable at the back. You know, we know what they've got going forward, but I think that if you can press them, win the ball back, they are very vulnerable. So
the fullbacks struggle badly.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
And is that why we're not talking about them in the same kind of way that we talk about France? And would you put England into that kind of top bracket of this World Cup with what you've seen?
Well, I think the way that they've performed in the last few years, Germany, they've not been that Germany that you know when they turn up to a tournament, it's going to be a different kind of Germany. We're turning up, this Germany's come and no one's talking about them because you're not really expecting nothing from them. And I thought that might have been something where they'd have taken on board and said, right, no one's expecting anything of us, so we can go and play and see what we can do. We've seen that they can finish off the game, even though they've struggled in it. But I don't think they've got nowhere near enough to do what we know that a German side can do.
They always have to be under the Germans.
Yeah,
they always have to be.
They're not France or England though. Yeah. I don't think they're at that level at all.
Okay, guys, excellent. Thank you very much. I really thoroughly enjoyed watching a bit of football with you today. Enjoyed it. Don't forget as well, you can catch highlights of every game on ITVX. And there are 2 live matches here on ITV1 and STV tomorrow. We're going to start with Belgium against Iran. That's in Los Angeles, that one. Both sides drew their opening games. Join us from 7 p.m. for that one. And then later on, the other 2 Group G sides, New Zealand and Egypt, they're going to meet in Vancouver. That's late Sunday night into Monday morning, so make sure you can stay up for that. But you're getting used to it now. You're used to these late nights and early mornings, aren't you? Well, it wasn't easy for Germany's super subs to combine to see them through the round of 32. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and good night.
Gemini sponsors ITV's coverage of the FIFA World Cup.
Attention Vanish Pit Crew, family camping holiday incoming. Prepare for tough stains.
And smell.
Clearly this one's going to take forever.
Have you seen these stains?
This is a job for new Vanish Turbo.
Our best Vanish yet.
Impressive, right? It turns every quick wash into a deep clean. Vanish's unique accelerator tackles tough stains unlike detergent alone.
So fast. So clean.